2009 is almost behind us, and I'm sad to say that, despite my best efforts, I failed to play every single game that was released over the last 365 days. I know, my bad. Still, I did manage to play an unhealthy number of games, and here's the 10 that made the most lasting impression on me. I haven't been a huge fan of Activision's increasingly mercenary approach to rhythm games over the past few years, but I appreciate the risks it took with DJ Hero. From the mashed up music that fills its soundtrack to the esoteric turntable controller, DJ Hero lacks some of the accessibility that has made its six-stringed forebear a household name. But it takes on rhythm action, makes it feel a world apart from anything the genre has seen in a while, particularly outside of Japan. Though it lacks even the illusion that you'll be able to parlay your plastic turntablism into any sort of real skills on the wheels of steel, there's still something about the way you twiddle the cutoff knob and slam the crossfader back and forth that makes it feel true to the source material. It's admittedly hard to choke down DJ Hero's initial $120 asking price, but did I mention that it features Daft Punk as playable characters? Price tag justified. Of all the old Nintendo properties to try and revive, Punch-Out definitely seems like one of the tougher nuts to crack, simply because so much of the appeal is rooted in nostalgia for its memorably over-the-top and, borderline racist fighters and their woefully telegraphed fighting styles. It's such a simple, dated formula that fiddling with the specifics of how it plays or trying to manufacture much more depth would destroy any resemblance to the game being revived. So Nintendo did the smart thing with Punch-Out, and rather than try and make something that even remotely resembled the sweet science, it changed as little as possible without literally re-releasing Punch-Out for the NES. As crass as that might sound, the results worked astonishingly well, to the point that the only way a follow-up could possibly improve on it would be the return of Mike Tyson. What can I say? I am a unrepentant sucker for Ubisoft's dizzyingly dumbass rabbit monsters, even if I haven't sunk much time into any of their annual minigame collections past the first one. While Rabbids Go Home, which departs from the minigame formula in favor of something that vaguely resembles Katamari turned inside out, isn't necessarily more technically sophisticated than the minigame format, it serves as a much better delivery mechanism for the existential bliss that I get from those screaming cretins. If the fine line between freewheeling fun and ear-ringing insanity could be summed up in a video game, that game would be Rabbids Go Home. Monolith has shown a real knack for pairing profoundly creepy and unsettling subject matter with first-person action that is both viscerally satisfying and technically assured. And the veteran developer puts this unique skill set to terrific use with Fear 2 Project Origin. Now, like its predecessor, Fear 2 offers a seedy blend of science fiction and the supernatural, but it's a much tighter package, more concerned with an atmosphere of tension than jump scares that drops you into some really intense firefights at an alarming rate. This is less a game than it is a roller coaster ride filled with ghosts and guts, but I'll be damned if it wasn't entertaining. Okay, so yeah, Fallout 3 came out last year. Got a calendar. But it didn't really creep its way into my bloodstream like radiation poisoning until 2009. And oh brother, did it get a hold of me, what good. It was an unusual experience, one that I found to be kind of dry and tedious for the first dozen hours or so, yet I still could not rip myself away from this incredibly bleak, unapologetically violent, and darkly humorous world. And before I knew it, I had not only fought my way through the main campaign, I had also sought out nearly every single side quest. Part of the reason I'm comfortable putting an 08 release on this list is the fact that Bethesda really cranked out the downloadable content for Fallout 3 this year. Like the main game, the DLC was often uneven, but it was still a big contributing factor in Fallout 3's ability to keep my attention for the better half of the year. The Beatles Rock Band is the one game that had a real significant impact on my life outside of games. my latent, long-standing Beatles appreciation developed into a virulent case of full-blown Beatlemania with the release of the Beatles Rock Band, and for me, 2009 was a better year for it. Other than its extremely clever, quasi-autobiographical approach to the Beatles' career, and the general reverence that it showed for the band, this was still pretty much Rock Band as you know it. But when you pair the most reliable developer of rhythm games with one of the most well-known, prolific, and influential bands in the history of pop music, how can you go wrong? In more ways than one, Modern Warfare 2 suffers from its pathological need to outdo its extremely excellent predecessor by an order of magnitude. While improbable, the Call of Duty 4 story had a certain rip-from-the-headlines quality to it that at least made it seem feasible. Modern Warfare 2, on the other hand, leaps feet first into a surreal and relentless globo-political nightmare scenario that has more in common with a disaster movie than any kind of military excursion. It can be an exhausting experience that doesn't always earn its crazy twists, but none of this stops Modern Warfare 2 from being simply hypnotic. Even without much interest in the game's multiplayer components, there's no question for me that Modern Warfare 2's single-player campaign is one of the most bombastic and memorable of the year. I had a real warts-and-all appreciation for the original Assassin's Creed. The elegance of the urban traversal and the visceral satisfaction of the up-close and personal assassinations were worth overlooking the rough edges, but no such apologies are needed for Assassin's Creed 2. Sure, there's something a little on the nose about the new assassin having 2 wrist blades, but everything else, from the stunning Renaissance setting to the oddly compelling economic system, complemented gameplay that refined and elaborated on what was great about the original. And hell, even the double blade thing gets put to very satisfying use. Assassin's Creed 2 is a game of remarkable quality on its own, but it also takes the right steps with the fiction to turn Assassin's Creed from a flawed but novel game into a franchise I actually care about. Consider this a mea culpa for my initial appraisal of Arkham Asylum. I had a deep skepticism going in, which I mostly blame on my contrarian nature. For a comic book licensed game from a developer without much of a track record, it was getting an inordinate amount of pre-release buzz, something I found very easy to chalk up to everyone's overrunning enthusiasm for The Dark Knight. And while this is an incredible meditation on the qualities that make Batman such a compelling figure, that doesn't limit Arkham Asylum's appeal to comic book nerds. This is a highly focused and deliberately paced game that finds appreciably unique ways to approach such action-adventure staples as hand-to-hand combat, stealth, and puzzle solving in ways that serve the character and the setting with an unnerving efficiency. Uncharted 2 Among Thieves is the rare game that doesn't just capitalize on the best things about games, it transcends them. Technically, this is a game virtually without peer, featuring some of the most naturalistic characters, richly detailed locations, and unbelievable set pieces I've ever seen in a game. There's a classic rhythm to this story about a decent, devil-may-care treasure hunter racing against a genuinely scary-ass villain to recover an ancient artifact of supernatural significance, but it's delivered with more casual nuance than most games can muster. This globe-trotting matinee adventure finds one of the most relatable and quick-witted video game protagonists in recent memory in Nathan Drake, whose utter contempt for helicopters just makes him that much more endearing to me personally. It's telling that Nathan himself is usually just as astonished as you are by the impossible scrapes he manages to make it out of in one piece. On top of a gripping story that manages to avoid taking itself too seriously, there's also a surprisingly well-crafted multiplayer mode that makes smart use of the solid gunplay and climbing mechanics that help define the feel of the single-player experience. The parts might all seem standard enough, but Uncharted 2's success isn't based on innovation, it's how the ideas are executed.
As a video producer for Giant Bomb, I see a lot of game footage day to day. It's one thing to be interested in a game, but if you want to play it after spending hours editing a video review, that's saying something. Here are the games that not only passed that first test, but also managed to stand out above everything else. Battlefield games can be immensely frustrating, and 1943 is no exception. But if you're like me, you play for those crazy fluke moments, like when your tank somehow ends up on top of a plane. How did that happen? I don't know, but it's because of those situations that 1943 really stands out. In addition to the game's tight controls and accessible fighting system, the variety of things to do and spot-on pacing make Batman Arkham Asylum an absolute joy to play. The story did little to keep my interest as merely a casual Batman fan, but that's just me. The most striking thing about Xenoclash is its refreshingly bizarre art style and creature design. I never really wondered what a rabbit-elephant hybrid would look like, but now that I know, I feel somewhat enlightened. Add to that an innovative, if somewhat clunky, first-person fist-fighting system, and you've got one of the most genuinely unique games I've seen in years. Explosion Man has a simple concept. You're a man, you explode. Despite this, the developers managed to get a lot of mileage out of the bare-bones premise, presenting you with new challenges all the time, which keeps the game engrossing. Where it really shines, though, is co-op, which goes from great fun with 2 people to bordering on madness with 3. If co-op puzzle platforming and non-stop explosions sound like a good time to you, Explosion Man will not disappoint. I'm a big fan of the Halo series, and while I do enjoy driving warthogs around ring worlds, I was pleased to find such a different setting and tone in Halo 3 ODST. The action is slower paced and the mood is pleasantly subdued. The firefight multiplayer mode hasn't really stood the test of time with me, but it can be a blast when played with a few of your friends. Video games are supposed to be fun, and on that criteria alone, Wii Sports Resort takes the top spot. It has a lot more mini-games than the original Wii Sports, and while some of them you'll only play once, the rest are tons of fun, especially with friends. The Motion Plus stuff works pretty well too, except that the basketball game hates me for some reason. Modern Warfare 2 is, in many ways, the equivalent of a popcorn action movie. I like action movies. And popcorn. So the over-the-top story didn't really bother me, and the variety of the levels did a lot to keep me engaged all the way through. Not to mention the controls are impeccable. The Spec Ops mode is tons of fun with another player, and the multiplayer mode has more rewards and pats on the back than Little League Baseball. Dirt 2, like no other racing game I've played, perfectly tweaks the driving formula to allow for tremendous depth while still managing to feel fun and accessible. What results is the feeling of barely being in control as you hurtle through cramped straightaways and around hairpin turns, which, when you navigate through them successfully, are immensely satisfying. With stunning graphics, an absorbing level-up system, and an absolutely stellar soundtrack, Dirt 2 is one of the most polished, fun, and addictive racing games I've ever played. I was kind of late to the Shadow Complex party, and after hearing the guys in the office hype it up so much, I was skeptical that it could live up to my high expectations. But guess what? Totally did. Shadow Complex takes some old game ideas and packages them in a slick new presentation that kept me hooked for the duration. The only time I stopped playing was to go to sleep, albeit begrudgingly. Borderlands made me break a lot of my bad gaming habits. I finished Fallout 3 in 11 hours because I don't really do side quests. And I can count on one hand the number of games I've gone back to after beating the main story. But, despite these vices, and me having such little time for video games these days, Borderlands somehow commanded my attention enough for me to sink hours upon hours into it, without me ever once getting bored. I did every single side quest, finished the game, and still feel that itch to jump back in. And that is why Borderlands is my game of the year.
Well, hello 2009. You'll be the year I remember most for being, well, the year I actually had to write about video games instead of just playing them. Sounds like a fun job, huh? Well, it definitely can be. It meant I actually had to do something I rarely do with most games, which is finish them, and on a schedule. Try that with a 50-hour game like Dragon Age, and you'll earn an appreciation for the job the giant bomb editors do each week. But enough of that. Jeff hears about me kissing his ass anymore, I'll have to add a game release tracking for Paraguay or something. Let's get to the games. Let's start this list off right with a genre I have no business enjoying: racing. You might not know this, but I'm not much of a car guy. In fact, I once built a website dedicated to cars without actually owning one. All the more surprising then that I found so much to love in Forza Motorsport 3. Great looks, tight controls, and a minimalist menu that made me bow down to the UI gods at turn 10. Number 9 goes to Empire Total War. The Total War franchise has always been hard for me to classify. Half turn-based, half real-time, 100% fun. I can't think of a bigger, more ambitious game release this year. While some might be put off by the ball and musket setting and the not-so-consistent sea battles, the game still came across to me as the deepest strategy title this year. If you're a fan of Civilization or Sid Meier's Gettysburg, then Empire is definitely worth a charge up the hill for you. I finished Uncharted 2 in 2 sittings over 2 days. Like a great book, I was compelled to finish it completely from cover to cover as quickly as possible. Uncharted 2 is essentially like a day at your favorite amusement park. Fun, fast, and full of charm. My only complaint, and the reason it isn't higher on my list, is that I felt the later half of the game forced me to die several times before I could make it to the next scripted sequence. Still, what a game. I can now forget all the madness from the last indie movie. Infamous holds a special place in my heart for being the game that, well, it bricked my PS3. Maybe it had something to do with me playing it non-stop earlier this spring. While I found the story mostly forgettable, Infamous won me over with its amazing controls and, well, just the flow of that game. Gliding from rooftops to wires, back to rooftops, felt so smooth I often lost memory of this pudgy, beer-filled body and felt the rhythm and athleticism its protagonist exuded on screen. Well, actually, maybe that was just the beer. Number 6 goes to Dawn of War 2, made by my now favorite RTS developer, Relic. Like Company of Heroes before it, Dawn of War 2 brings the battle to the small scale by focusing on hectic, low unit count engagements. In fact, the game feels more like a better dungeon siege than any traditional RTS I've ever played. I love the look, the upgrades, and the world presented in the game. While the multiplayer felt like an utterly different and somewhat generic experience, that doesn't stop me from wanting to give the game a big nerd hug for doing well by a universe that I just adore. Duder, we are midway through this list. It is time to lighten it up. What better way to get a laugh than by mentioning Ratchet & Clank, A Crack in Time, a game packed with giggles and jokes for, well, the 12-year-old me. Like a great animated film, Ratchet & Clank knows that most of the fun is making fun of itself. Why have a shotgun when you can have a fish belch at enemies? I loved everything about this game. The puzzles, the combat, the visual style. This is a core genre game that proves the traditional platformer still has a lot to offer gamers. Indestructible. Some inside me. Oh, yeah, Street Fighter 4. Proving that my mid-90s fighting obsessions were genuine. SF4 brought me back to a time when I could witness the confusion in my father's eyes, when I'd return to the dinner table at the local restaurant asking for more quarters. I can't think of a game I put more hours into this year. I certainly can't think of another game that actually cramped my hands. Street Fighter 4 is, well, it's a Street Fighter game, and that's all it needed to be. Bravo. The number 3 spot goes to my sleeper hit of the year, Cryostasis, The Sleep of Reason. While this buggy release from the Ukraine might be a little slow-paced for some gamers, it presented something I rarely get to witness in games, or, well, media in general. Utter surprise. I've never played a game quite like Cryostasis. Its story, delivered through inventive flashback mechanisms, isn't always coherent, but it's definitely memorable. If you want something a little different than what you're used to, you might want to take a trip on the North Wind. And I mean a trip. In a year of very few notable RPG releases, Dragon Age Origins filled the void with a simply superb outing from BioWare. Honestly, I didn't expect much from Dragon Age. Certainly not something as deep and strategic as the game I sunk some 50 hours to complete this fall. Dragon Age is easily the best RPG released in years and gives hope to the tenacity of micromanaged style RPGs surviving in the next decade. I can't think of a game I'm more looking forward to a sequel from next year. Yep, that's right, there's still one left. One game I felt was even better than Dragon Age, though it was a tough choice in the end. That game is Batman Arkham Asylum. If you would have told me I'd pick a pure action game as my game of the year, I'd say to you, random internet user, you don't know me very well. But you know what? The newest Batman was the most complete, tight experience from beginning to end I had in gaming this year. As a lifelong comic book fan, I grinned from ear to ear with how good not just this game was, but how good this Batman experience was. Great stealth, combat, collectibles, and boss fights. Dude, boss fights. How can you get any better than fighting Joker, Poison Ivy, Killer Croc, and Bane in the same game? You can't. And that's why this is the game of the year. Done. I'm out of here.
"2009 was a pretty dang good year for me in terms of releases. Of course, cutting a list off at 10 doesn't leave room for the dozens of other quality games that came out this year, but I can safely say that I spent and enjoyed more time in the following games than is probably healthy, and some might argue sane. And in compiling this list, it only made me want to jump back in for more. So here they are, my top 10 games of 2009. I was more than a little skeptical when Telltale asked me to return to the Monkey Island universe, but man, they did not disappoint. The entire series tells a great story with humor and puzzles that always stay clever and never take themselves seriously. At all. I mean, the only bummer about playing through all 5 episodes is that you'll eventually finish what is one of the best adventure games in years. Oh, Street Fighter IV. How many hours did I spend researching whether I should buy a square or an octagonal gate? If any game justified my spending the ridiculous amounts of money I did on sticks, buttons, costumes, and collector's editions, it was this one. No regrets. No regrets. Except maybe that extra soundtrack disc. I can do some marathon gaming sessions, but I was in rare form when it came to Shadow Complex. For all I know, the world could have been crumbling outside as I remained focused on finding that last missile tank. I still have the pictures on my iPhone of where it is, if anybody needs it. Some games have a message, but some games are just pure fun. Ratchet takes everything great that you remember from previous games in the series, speeds them up, refines them, and then leads you on a fast-paced, action-packed, and absolutely gorgeous adventure. I would gladly jump back in, if only to fire up that Groovitron one more time. It says a lot about Dragon Age Origins that only an hour into this epic game, I already knew I was going to have to play it multiple times. And that's some serious time investment, but totally worth it. All the storytelling and choices are so well done that I was constantly second-guessing the decisions I'd made. Truly, this is the age of Vinny's fear of commitment. My Italian isn't so hot, so the fact that I played the entirety, and I mean every last dang feather of Assassin's Creed 2, without the characters ever uttering a word of English, speaks to how much the game sucked me in. And that ending, oh man, when Ezio... What a great superhero game. Infamous gave me all the powers and abilities I need to feel like a total badass in its fleshed out world. The movement, the combat, and the implementation of its open world were all top-notch, leading to another title to fall to my unhealthy, completionist nature. Next on my list of games I couldn't stop playing is Resident Evil 5. It's one of the best examples of a game that makes it fun and rewarding to play through multiple times. I mean, after you get the infinite ammo magnum, how can you not jump back in to blow anything and everything away with only a few well-placed shots? I am calling it. Capcom is the only one allowed to make not zombie games. Arguably Nolan North's finest work to date, Uncharted 2 is one of those games that's as much fun to watch as it is to play. While the action is superb, the storytelling and characters are really what made this game rise to the top of my list. It's just a great example of how to weave gameplay and storytelling into a cohesive, constantly entertaining product. While I enjoyed every game on this list and many, many others, this year's number one has to go to Batman Arkham Asylum. It's really the one that just blew me right away. Aside from the amazing combat, the fun gadgets, and exploration, it was the interaction between Batman and the Joker that I'd say I enjoyed the most. I mean, I finally understood why the Joker was somebody to be feared, but even more than that, it was a portrayal of Batman as someone just as insane as the people he's trying to lock away. This depth is what pushes Batman Arkham Asylum to the top of what turned out to be a surprisingly exceptional year in video games.
2009, a year that will live in infamy. All right, maybe that's a bit dramatic, but between the economic downturn starting to take its toll and a slew of 2009 games getting bumped into the next decade, there were points in this year that I was really starting to doubt that there would even be 10 games worth talking about at the end of the year. But as it turns out, 2009 was full of plenty of fantastic games that were spread across the entire year. That made narrowing this list down to 10 a lot harder than I initially thought. In a world filled with rhythm games that chase reality in one way or another, it's great to see that the classic style of abstract rhythm games with crazy Japanese influences still works. Rhythm Heaven looks deceptively simple and really only has you tapping or sliding on the screen. But it takes those basic mechanics and immediately shoots off into left field by applying rhythm game action to building robots, playing ping pong, or making Moai heads sing. And then, once you've figured out each individual bit, the game mashes them all together and throws them at you rapid fire. UFC 2009 Undisputed is simply a hard-hitting game. When you're dealing with fighters and all the different positions that a UFC fight can get into, it's hard to make all of the action look like it hurts. But man, Undisputed looks downright painful. But I wouldn't have put this on my list if it just looked violent. Undisputed's technical nature and counter-based gameplay give it a depth that kept me coming back, and I'm happy to see that it's looking to become an annual series. For years, you had to make the choice. Were you an arcade driving guy or a sim driving guy? Any attempts to bridge that gap were met with abject failure as games totally failed to commit to either style well enough to satisfy anyone. But in recent years, fans of driving have had it a lot easier. As far as I'm concerned, Forza Motorsport 3 represents the current pinnacle of this movement. The level of assistance allows just about anyone to get in and successfully make their way around the track, but you can take it much, much further than that. It's got a great collection of cars and a terrific storefront full of user-created stuff that makes me want to keep coming back day in and day out. Assassin's Creed 2 is all about satisfaction. With the story already set in motion by the first game, this time around you really get some answers about the nature of the real world, where Desmond Miles sits in his magic tanning bed and thinks of Italy. But making your way through the treacherous political landscape of Florence or Venice is best done with hidden blades. Controlling Ezio as you carry out your dark but presumably just tasks is fantastic. The tools at his disposal, from the improved traversal mechanics to just running up and stabbing fools in their faces. Those are the things that put AC2 high on my list. Now, I'm ostensibly a grown-up. I don't really spend a lot of time thinking about how cool it'd be if I was a video game character. But if I had to choose one, I'd probably go with Nathan Drake. The way he approaches every situation with an appropriate degree of confident swagger, only to totally flip out when things start going to hell. It's mesmerizing. That's why it's so great that Naughty Dog filled Uncharted 2 with some of the biggest and craziest moments in all of games.
This isn't about one helicopter fight or one train ride. It's about a non-stop adventure that'd completely eradicate any other action hero. Also, there's multiplayer. It's quite good. I'm only kind of acting like a jerk when I say that the only thing that could have made Batman Arkham Asylum better is if Adam West was in it. While I will maintain that Adam West is the best Batman, the way Batman is portrayed in Rocksteady's game is amazing. Batman is crazy, but if he's gonna make his way around the asylum and deal with all these super criminals, he has to be just as messed up as they are. The portrayal of the character is fantastic, but the detailed environments and mind-blowing mix of gameplay styles is what really sets Arkham Asylum apart from the chintzy licensed junk that we've come to expect from most comic book titles. Alright, Street Fighter 4 has 4 right in the title, so naturally it's going to be the 4th game on my list, right? No? They're telling me it doesn't work like that. Let's just move on then. How crazy is it that in 2009 there's a big mainstream fighting game out there that's able to unify both the casual Kens and the high-level tournament scene? These moves, these combos, they're practically imprinted onto our DNA at this point. Most of that classic stuff still works, but Street Fighter 4 builds upon its legacy in exciting new ways that make it feel like more than just a nostalgia trip. Fighting games are back, and it's all Capcom's fault. Borderlands has my heart. It's not the most technically impressive shooter in the world. It has some sort of glaring AI issues. But despite all that, I played the game for around 60 hours, and I'll probably play it for 60 more. Gearbox has created a fantastic looking world that's simply fun to be in. Just running around, gunning down monsters, completing quests, and building a huge stockpile of wild weapons and items as you go. That's the sort of stuff that has me completely hooked. It's like an MMO that doesn't actually require you to be social, which is where all those real MMOs always break down for me. Just let me shoot skags in silence, damn it. I could sit here all day and run down the list of old things that Shadow Complex was inspired by, and how it's great that someone could make a solid, loving homage to the classics. But Chair's Xbox Live Arcade game doesn't need the crutch of nostalgia to get around. There's a decidedly modern slant to the way this side-scrolling adventure feels that makes it appropriate for just about anyone. It's a thrilling game, with just enough story and just enough voice work to let you know that there's a high level of production that permeates just about every layer of the product. With all of those things working in concert, I didn't stop playing Shadow Complex until I had completed every task it put before me. And just standing here telling you about it makes me want to play it all over again. I feel like I could just shout Modern Warfare 2, drop the mic, and walk off stage right at this point. While I still feel like the single-player story could have been handled a bit better, it's a fairly minor blemish on a game that's so stellar in so many other ways. It's the feel of the shooting, the differences between the weapons and multiplayer loadouts, the expanded perks and killstreak system, the quality of the multiplayer maps, the great voice work from Keith David and Billy Murray, the presence of Spec Ops, one of the best co-op modes around, the uncompromisingly smooth frame rate. If I didn't have a job, I'd be sitting at home in the dark, surrounded by pizza boxes, smearing my greasy fingers all over a gamepad while attempting to gun down as many other players as possible. Look, I know it's cool to hate Modern Warfare 2 for the crowd it sometimes attracts, but don't let the annoying headset antics of a few maladjusted children get in the way of 2009's most hectic, most intense, and most satisfying multiplayer experience.
You know, a year ago, I had my doubts about 2009's place in the annals of gaming history, but here I am 12 months later, having a hell of a time ranking my favorite games of the year. But rank them I must, and after much pondering and gritting of teeth, I have finally narrowed it down to these, my 10 favorite games of 2009. I think the very fact that we're even talking about a game with the words Street and Fighter in the title says all that needs to be said here. After a decade-long hiatus, it was shocking enough for Capcom to resurrect the main Street Fighter series at all. That they managed to do it tastefully with pretty much the right mix of characters, a totally appropriate 3D art style, and some smart new fighting mechanics is damn near a miracle. Okay, fine. Resident Evil 5 didn't make anywhere near the same sort of impact that its momentous seminal predecessor did a few years ago. But it did settle comfortably into a genre that RE4 helped to create, taking its place among a lot of other great third-person shooters. And what it may have lacked in mood and ambiance, I think it more than made up for in replayability. I unlocked every gun in that game. I unlocked every upgrade for those guns. I played through the game 3 times. There's got to be something special going on there. When I went back to finish off Shadow Complex's Proving Grounds recently, I had a few issues with the wonkiness of the controls. And then I thought to myself, does Shadow Complex really belong in your top 10? And then I thought, dude, they made Super Metroid in 2009. And then I thought, hell yes, it belongs on this list. I can't say all that much about why it is the new Silent Hill really stuck with me and not just give the whole damn game away. It was a bold move to strip the survival horror formula down to its core and then really rebuild it entirely without combat. The unique uses of the Wii's motion controls and the little built-in speaker are also wonderfully realized, but it's really the disturbing, layered, and deeply personal storyline that really bored its way into my psyche and just kind of lived there. This is not a game that I'm going to get out of my head anytime soon. Sure, Modern Warfare 2's campaign is a little overblown. Its multiplayer is a little predictable, but okay, still totally addictive. But it's the Spec Ops mode that has really kept me coming back repeatedly. Trying to get through all those 2-player challenge missions on Veteran has been one of the tensest, most demanding, and most rewarding cooperative experiences I've ever played. Now, if I could just put a dent in the Echo tier, goddamn juggernaut. The best little handheld RPG series around really got back to brass tacks with this 3rd installment. I guess you could kind of see it as a risky move to cast Bowser as a major protagonist in a Mario game, but when you've got writing this smart and hilarious on your side, it would really be kind of hard to screw that up. Mix in a great refinement of Mario and Luigi's traditional timing-based RPG combat, and this is one of the best DS games in a long, long time. Things I really like about Infamous: the running, the jumping, the climbing, the aiming, the shooting, the enemies, the city, the side missions, the leveling, the zap, crackle, pop electrical superpowers, and the larger-than-life, twisty-turny comic book storyline. Huh. I guess that's just about everything. Well, okay, I could probably do without Zeke. Flower's like a game you don't just play, man. It's a game you feel. It's about, like, the environment and stuff, and, like, people should just stop polluting, you know? Actually, I just enjoyed the lazy pacing of Flower, the undemanding gameplay, and the really profound visual splendor. You can take the themes or leave them. I was really just touched by the subtle beauty of the experience itself. Oh man, they got so many things right with Batman Arkham Asylum. I love that this isn't any particular movie version of Batman. There's no hint of Heath Ledger here. It's just the confident, capable, comic book Batman doing what Batman does. Every single element of the gameplay is so sublimely tuned, from the stealth moves to the brilliant combat to all of Batman's wonderful toys. There's such a fantastic rogues gallery of villains, the best set of collectibles in maybe any game ever. The list could probably go on and on and on. Class act all the way. Listen, games still have a lot of growing up to do. They've got a long way to go. And I can't think of any game that covered more of that territory, that really advanced all the aspects of game creation more this year than Uncharted 2. It practically redefines cinematic action with a presentation that almost transcends the medium. And it really backs it all up with a fun, jaunty, and just really believable, character-driven storyline. When I think back on 2009 and years hence, Uncharted 2 is the game I'm going to remember the most, and the most fondly.
Brad, what the holy hot hell are we looking at here?
Dude, this is
Why are you controlling Bowser?
This is Bowser's big adventure. Big top Bowser.
Big Top Bowser.
Yes, that's what this is. No, this is
From
Bowser's
the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yes. No, there are 2 screens here, you might notice.
You've stacked a TV on top of another one.
There are dual screens, you might say. This is Bowser's Inside Story, the 3rd Mario and Luigi game.
I see neither Mario nor Luigi.
They're afoot.
Hey guys, I'm here and I brought Dave. We
Hi.
want to see what you guys were doing.
Hi, other guys here.
Hey, we're
talking to us.
We're
I'm
in
only
the
interested in
joint
talking to
tower.
Brad. I don't care about you guys.
F you
I care about
guys.
Brad and Italians.
I care. Well,
You are going to get both here.
Hey, I'm kind of, well, a little bit.
You're a fake Italian.
So we are
Italian.
the basic gist of this. Though this is our DS game of the year, by the way.
Yeah.
I guess we should point that out.
No
Right.
shit.
That's kind of why we're here.
Giant green pipes. You know what I'm talking about, Jeff.
I don't know what you're talking about, Ryan.
So this game thankfully dispenses with the baby Mario and Luigi.
From Mario and Luigi RPG 2.
Yes, Partners in Time.
Babies in Time.
Now instead we have
Time babies.
tiny Mario and Luigi, and they have found themselves inside Bowser.
So they're not infantile.
No,
They're full-grown mustachioed.
Now, do they get shrunk or does Bowser get big?
Bowser's normal size. They kind of get shrunk.
Wait, it's like inner space?
Yes,
Yes.
that's what this game is. And
Fewer
you can see-
Quades.
That's too bad.
You can totally switch at any time. I am Bowser up here, and then I hit a button, and now I am the brothers
Are you
Mario.
saying you want them to make a new Mario Brothers movie starring Dennis and Randy Quaid?
Oh, I hope so.
Yes.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
I'm serious.
You know what? Any sort of new Mario Brothers movie where they get actual brothers to play Mario and Luigi, I'm interested in.
Jumping.
What if it was just John Leguizamo playing both roles?
I was just going to say that. Wow.
So what's the game?
There are two of
them, Brad.
So I am inside the Pipeworks, which is a part of Bowser's body here.
Okay.
There is the nose deck,
My Pipeworks have been clogged.
or
up.
is it the
So is
Pipe
this-
Yard? I'm sorry. There's a Toad Square. Here's the Gut Check. Here is Rump Command.
So is this where Mario and Luigi actually spend the game inside Bowser?
Not all of it. For maybe like half the game, you're stuck inside Bowser. But at this point, I can actually. This is super weird, but like I'm tiny here, and then I can go up here in his head and go through this pipe, and I come out big on the other side, back in the real world. For some reason, this
Where does that pipe go?
This is like Toad Town, basically. This is just sort of like the hub town.
So that pipe leads to inside of Bowser.
Yeah, like that is super disturbing, actually. Like there's just this pipe here that happens to send you back through.
Well, I mean, that's
So it's like
pipes,
John Malkovich.
Kinda, yes.
pipes always send you someplace weird. when
Yeah,
you think about it.
this is just kind of the weirdest.
Are there any
You always go
coins
through a
in
pipe and then
Bowser?
you hear doo 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 doo, and you're like, okay, something weird's
Yeah.
going on.
So
Rump Command, by the way, is my favorite 70s funk revival band.
at this point, Bowser has been ousted from his own castle by Fawful, who was sort of like the sidekick villain in the first game. Now taking center stage and being
Running
really,
things.
really funny. He is like, you'd have to play it, but his sort of linguistic contortions are
You have to show me
freaking
some action.
hilarious. But yeah. So I'm
You have to go fight that boo.
Well, no, I'm not
What a
fighting
boo.
these guys. I am totally talking to my minions, but they are no longer my minions. I don't know if you're going to get a lot of it in this video, but this game is really funny. There's a lot of really ridiculous humor based on Bowser kind of being not top dog anymore. But
Because what is Bowser without his kingdom?
yeah, really.
Like without.
So, like a lot of his minions taking their opportunity to get their digs in on him.
No, they're all just kind of enamored with Fawful. It's like they've forgotten who Bowser is.
Oh.
I don't know. It's
new flavor.
yeah. But
So what is Mario and Luigi's motivation here? What is Fawful so much worse than Bowser that they want to see him back on top? Are they like nation building here?
No, it's weird because so they're trying to get this MacGuffin that will basically make whoever gets it like ruler of the whole Mushroom Kingdom. And Bowser wants it, but Fawful is more of in a position to get it. So they're kind of working for the common good. But anyway,
What kind of name is Fawful?
a good one.
Pretty awful one.
All right,
He's effing awful.
shall I fight?
Yes, fight.
How about I fight?
Fight. So you
Wow.
have an enemy encounter
That's really
and then it's
good.
on.
Yeah. So yeah, just like the other games, the combat is totally timing based. It's one of the things I love about this game is that even when you're getting attacked, it's still an active experience. You know. Like there are ways to, well, I'll show you here. There are ways to basically mitigate or completely avoid damage, and in fact send a lot of it back to the enemies.
Nice.
So, whoops.
So if you've got good timing, you can dodge a lot of damage during the fight.
Yeah, in
That
fact,
punch animation is fantastic.
it is great. It's
Oh
great.
my god.
Let me see if I can get. Oh, I keep blowing that one. Let me see if I can get a perfect hit here. It's oh, missed it on that one.
Great though.
It was great, but if I can get an excellent, it's even better.
That Goomba is in armor.
It is.
That's messed
Oh,
up.
can I do it? Let's do
He
it.
still doesn't look very happy.
There it is. Oh,
Nice.
boom.
Jump on his head.
It's like, here, take this. I gotta go.
I love.
You know,
his-
I've always,
That's really good. Wow.
The ripple of the stomach muscles
Yeah.
there.
Just
but I've always really enjoyed
Whoa.
like this take on the Mario gameplay.
It-
Since the first Mario and Luigi RPG, really enjoyed their appropriation of kind of classic Mario
Yeah, even
Brothers
just like going
stuff.
back to like Super Mario RPG.
Oh,
like,
definitely,
That
yeah.
stuff's just been super smart.
like a lot of the special attacks in this like have you platforming and stuff to
I
pull
actually
them
am
off. It's really great.
completely blown away by the fact that we have been sitting here looking at this game, gentlemen, and we have not demanded to see Mario and Luigi's current stash level.
Oh, well, I could show you that. Oops, that's the map.
Shocking.
Let's check it out. Let's see.
Bowser does not have a shot.
Luigi has a stash of 51. Mario's got a stash of
I like
36.
this 360 running.
Is there no
that's
longer
going on.
Yeah.
is there no longer a stash page? It's just a stat.
No,
on...
it's kind of always been that way. It's basically your luck rating, and it always weirds me out that Luigi is more powerful than Mario in these games. But
Yeah, but Mario's got heart.
go figure.
And then he's got
Bowser
a horn ring.
Bowser has horn, which is also pretty good.
Sure.
I think it'd be cooler if he was rocking, like if by the end of the game
saxophone?
he had developed a, yes. No, if he had developed a sick mustache by the end of the game.
By this Mario infestation in
Yeah,
his body had
right.
an effect on him.
With a saxophone.
I'd stop talking about saxophones.
It's a horn.
I brought my horn. Brought my saxophone.
So what are you up to right now? What's going on?
I'm trying to get underneath the castle. There's some stuff going on down there that I need to get to. And,
So other than the lack of stupid baby Mario, what really differentiates this from the last few?
it's
Mario
hard to
and
put
Luigi
your
games?
finger on it. It's just better. It just feels more fully formed. Like they
It's
use,
better writing. And it's
the writing is better. The graphics are better.
a cool idea.
Yeah, they use the elements of the story and the gameplay better. There's a lot of like little. I'm about to show you. There's a little mini game here. There's a lot of sort of like rhythm and timing based mini games involved. Like you play Space Invaders with like Bowser's Adrenaline at one point.
Also, it seems like this series, and this one maybe especially so, has been a really good showcase for Nintendo's localization team.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Their
definitely.
team. That they've really done some awesome work turning this into English.
Yeah, they're like back in like the 16-bit days of playing RPGs. You always cared about like how accurate a translation was.
Right.
I don't care anymore.
Right.
Like I don't care how faithful this is to.
Well, because
the original text, I just wanna
the
see-
Treehouse
oh.
team now has their own.
It's probably just more
Feel.
faithful to the spirit.
Yeah, totally. It's like
Of the original.
It's obvious that they came up with a lot of their own jokes, but it's better for that. It's way funnier and
Yeah, because Japanese humor does not translate.
yeah, like
It just
kind of
it doesn't.
slavish
What,
devotion
two guys
to the
standing on a
original
stage
text.
talking into a microphone, people watching food be prepared while they're sitting in the tiny corner of a screen and laugh about it. Japanese humor is totally universal. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
So are you
But
trying
that's
to?
not supposed to be funny. See,
Oh.
intentional Japanese humor does not translate.
I totally blew that mini game because I was trying to
Yeah,
talk
I couldn't
about
figure
it.
out. Are you trying to help Bowser as Mario?
Yeah. So basically, let's try this again.
Silence.
At various points, I don't know if it'll show it
Do
again.
your thing.
here.
Let's see it.
I'll you know what? I'm going to focus on this game and get through it this time. So they
down.
basically access parts of his body from time to time to kind of help him out. And I wish I had a save. Wait, you know what? I'm going to shut up. I'll tell you later.
Jeff, what would you call this positioning of Mario and Luigi? Some sort
Impossible.
of impossible pile driver?
Yeah.
can only be achieved by long dead wrestlers.
Exactly.
This is what killed them.
Yeah. Oh, no. Some guy tried that in '84.
Send him home in a body bag.
Go!
Apparently, whatever it is that you're doing, Brad, is causing Bowser to emit fire.
Go! Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Go! Almost there.
I don't know. I have my doubts about a couple of Shy Guys, Dry Bones, Goombas, and Boos, and some Koopas.
Equaling the strength
Yeah,
of Bowser.
given a Bowser that much of a fight.
Well, you know, Bowser's a little downtrodden lately.
Yeah, you know, he's definitely seen better days. He's not Bowser.
Oh,
at his
come
peak.
on! How did that not work?
Come on, Brad.
Trying.
Impossible pile driver.
Our
Do you
DS.
want to owe Dave another beer?
This does not count as dying, all right? You see a game over screen, then we will talk. All right, I got this. There it is. Oh,
Oh, man. Through the wall.
Has a little Kool-Aid Man moment there.
the save game is not in a place that I can show this to you, unfortunately, but several times in the game, Bowser becomes gigantic and fights castles, which is one of the best parts of the game.
That was definitely one of the points that helped sell me on this as the best DS game of 2009.
Yeah. There's a lot of great little. I could show you a few of the special attacks and stuff in here.
I want to see another fight. I want to see more fighting.
This will let me demo the fighting. Is that suitable to you? See if I remember how to do this one. These are just some of
Fighting some sort
Whoa.
of evil Kirby's.
Whoa.
Evil Kirby is the scariest Kirby of them all.
Well, that was one of the special attacks you can do. They're all basically like timing based. Some of them have you doing like platforming and stuff. Like great ways to hook into the like kind of classic Mario mechanics.
Check out your gear.
See what I'm wearing right now. See, Bowser's got a vampire band that gives you your HP back when you punch.
Nice armored shell.
Let's see.
That sock.
Spider wear.
Nurse socks.
Nurse socks.
Out
Let's see. Oh, they're both wearing nurse socks. I've got.
Turn me on.
Hero wear.
What else do I have here? I got starched socks, coin socks, hustle socks,
I'm gonna have to play some of this game, huh?
dent gloves, delicious gloves. Yeah, they all do different kind of status effects. I like the badge system.
I don't know
cool.
why, but I give Mario a pass for all of his gear looking exactly the same. But I'm still totally, like, easily obsessed with getting all of the freshest gear for him in games like this.
Yeah.
The badge system is pretty cool because
Oh, wow.
you basically like mix and match. Like Mario's determine what the effect of the badge is, and Luigi determines like how fast you can access it or how you build it up. You basically
cool.
put them together. Like when you fill your badge meter in a battle, you can you hit it and it gives you like extra experience or a health boost or just like lots of little weird status effects and stuff like that.
How often does it fill up?
It depends on like the excellent rating on your attacks, like how good your timing is. So the faster your timing, the faster you get it, basically. So, oops. Yeah, that's kind of a rundown of the basic mechanics of the game, and
Awesome.
good look at a little bit of the environments and the humor and stuff. So,
I'd still just
oh god,
love the look of it. Oh,
Oh, is he drooling?
this seems like a good. I think he's got a runny nose. I think
Oh.
maybe this is a good place to end off
Oh,
fighting.
yeah, I want to see this. He's got an ice bag on his head. That's a sick thwomp. And I don't just mean that he's awesome.
Oh, here's it's got a collectible aspect. You're trying to find these little block animals like that.
Oh, man.
Living blocks. Are you telling me there's living blocks?
Well, what do you think a thwomp is?
That's what the Transformers collected.
Yeah. It came out of
Oh, God.
Soundwave's chest.
Are those
Later Thwomp,
were those like
back.
nervous Shy Guys?
something like that.
All white Shy Guys?
But yeah. I mean, the combat is a lot of fun. It's really funny. It's got a lot of cool gear, mini games. I mean, you know, This is how
Pretty much everything you would want out of
One of these-
this kind of Mario RPG.
Totally,
thing.
yeah. It's just extremely well produced. So,
That
That
Thwomp
miss you.
boom, Mario and Luigi.
Can't kill a Thwomp.
Bowser's Inside Story in stores now.
You can totally kill Thwomps. He just did.
I am not comfortable
Living in a world
this
in
game
which
is taken. Yeah, I cannot live in a world where you can kill Thwomps. So Mario and Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story.
Yep.
DS
For Nintendo
Game of the
DS.
Year for 2009.
Giant bomb.
Level up. All right, here we are with best multi-platform game winner, Batman: Arkham Asylum.
Batman.
No, I'm Batman.
No, I'm Jeff. You're Brad. You're Vinny.
Oh, okay.
I'm
You're-
Ryan.
You're Dave.
Oh, right.
Like Robin
Oh,
in a sense.
yes.
And this is the Batcave.
This is the Batcave.
The
Well, this
Batman's
is-
Batcave.
This is one of the Batcaves. That's how badass Batman is.
Dr. Young was
This Batman is prepared.
Yeah.
Lots of
Yeah.
external funding.
So this is pretty early on.
Yeah.
This is he's just getting his direction. He's just discovered his new old Batcave that he had built just for this occasion underneath Arkham Asylum because he knows people are bad at heart.
You can see right there in the front. This is already after a little bit of damage has taken place to
Yeah,
Batman.
see his costume ripped up there.
Things are getting serious here on Arkham Island.
That's such a cool idea.
It is, yeah.
I mean, other games I think have done some form of persistent damage in the past, but it is very well done here.
It really gives you a sense of the passage of time. Like this whole mission is taking place over the course of a single night,
Yeah.
and it's just getting worse and worse as it goes.
Stubble is getting
Joker
long.
crazy like that?
I gotta get out of here and shave.
You've got to stop.
I could use a shower.
Well, I love how often you're just getting new toys to play with.
Batman always has a plan. He
And they're-
knows he
Yeah.
would need
Yeah,
that,
that was
that tri-tip bat claw at
Yeah.
some point.
I go for some tri-tip back claw right now.
The only thing
Tasty.
The only thing I have to wonder about is why he didn't just bring all this stuff with him in the first place.
What was at this Batcave?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but,
he
you know,
did. He built
Yeah.
a cave around it.
True. All right, we have just picked up the Bat Claw, which you can use to pull things. Like,
Physics.
He's
Yeah,
so rich
physics.
he could just throw his crates into a
Oh, the
abyss.
stupid crates are in the way. Why did I put them there to begin with?
stupid.
So he tests
On
my
the other
shackles.
side of this jumpy thing. Didn't finish the bridge here.
No.
So I thought it'd be cooler if I just had to jump.
He was using prison labor, and that all went to hell.
So, this is like a pretty good illustration of the, Jeff, apologies in advance, the Metroidvania sort of nature of this game.
Sure.
I mean, just, like you've been seeing stuff like these grates up on walls for, a couple hours at this point.
Right. And
But
you're
you
like,
just
man, how can I
now-
open those? Yeah.
Like, just now you've gotten the Bat Claw and actually can start accessing that stuff.
Uh-oh. What have you done there, Brad?
Dude,
Detective mode.
like the best thing about this game.
Did
See
you have
guys through walls.
Sneak up behind that dude and detect him in half.
Did you use this like the whole game, like I did?
Yeah, like I feel like I relied on it maybe a little too much.
Because then you forget how good looking.
Yeah,
it
like
is.
I
Yeah.
forced
Yeah.
myself to turn it off only to look at how awesome the game looks without it. But dude, I mean, you can't argue with how useful stuff like this is.
I found myself a lot of times, this game looks really awesome, getting up to points and then moving the camera around to frame Batman, like while he was looking forward at the camera. And,
Dude,
like,
this
I'm
is
moving behind him.
I don't know if you knew, but this is about to be on.
Oh, God!
Beat that guy up.
Such good combat in this game.
It just flows.
I know. Look at this. Dude, I am Batman. Beating these guys' asses. So good.
And you're really, really good at it.
Yeah.
And it gets away without feeling like too
Oh.
human, like, sliding
Oh.
all around the floor.
Right, yeah. Like all the movement seems, for the most part, believable. Some of those flips may be a little extreme.
That's it. Oh,
This guy's like,
Get him!
I don't think so.
I'm bringing
Pal.
this over here. It's going to be real bad for you when I get there.
Nope.
Later.
Yeah,
That was my head.
Batman's pretty vicious.
I always loved in this game the little touches of when you earned experience or you killed a bunch of dudes, like the bats would show up. It was kind of like your XP numbers going up.
Right.
Oh, little Killer Croc.
Oh, Killer Croc.
But you don't phase Batman.
God, what a good-looking game. Lighting is just, man,
Yeah.
everything about this game.
I'm a big fan of, like, it's amazing most games you'll have, like, mini-bosses. They're just kind of, like, there. You know, you're on your way to getting to Joker or something. But Killer Croc is awesome.
Yeah.
He is the weirdest, you
No,
know,
the
kind
fight
of
with
crazy.
him maybe not as awesome, but yeah, it's Killer Croc. When you first see him, you were like, holy crap. I understand why you built a penitentiary for people like this.
Put him in the sewer.
I love Batman's stride.
I know,
Like the
especially
way
after
he
beating
walks.
up
Yeah.
7
Super
dudes.
confident.
Yeah.
I would like to see him walking with Darth Vader, just kind of like,
Yeah.
Who has a better
Get that
walk?
Force Unleashed, first level, side by side.
Batman would have, like, his hand up against his chin, contemplating.
he knows he could take Darth Vader.
Oh, yeah. Anytime.
All right, Brad, show us your climbing skills.
Yeah.
Dude, Batman, stop talking on the phone.
Stop Marcus Phoenix.
Things to do. Oh, come on.
Oh, what are you doing over there?
Sounds like she had a change of front.
Jacinto, you say? They're trying to sink Jacinto? No, they're not.
Yeah, that's right.
They won't.
They won't.
Oh, Batman. You so crazy. Alright, where are we going here?
I thought these were really good, you know, almost kind of puzzle-like sequences,
Yeah.
the climbing stuff in here.
Hang on now.
And also with with that grapple, that grappling hook, you know, just like falling off stuff and having him just automatically grapple back up. Like,
Yeah.
no, this is not the way. It was like a really good way to.
Batman disappointed in you.
Yeah, it was like a really good
Escape.
way to.
Yeah. It's almost like a Prince of Persia
not
kind of
punish
thing.
you
It's
too
just
much.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like no, Batman is too badass to die by falling in a pit.
But you are an idiot.
They do shame you a little bit. They just don't kill you.
I am amazed that you're able to walk past all those teeth without
I know.
bashing them
Oh,
like
yeah.
doing
every
it for
single.
the sake of the
Speed.
Yeah.
I know, but even still, like that's every
at
single
that
one of those
cave.
I saw
Look at that
got hit
cave.
from a distance.
Oh, of course.
I was always worried, like, do those things explode when you
There's
touch
a
them? Interview
there's a
tape back
interview
there.
Yeah, I
tape,
saw that.
One of the other
Do
great
we
things
want
about this game.
Yeah, great.
Show
Yeah,
it.
all right.
I loved the interview tapes.
Yeah, dude. I'm just like everything about this game is effing phenomenal.
Oh, Killer Croc.
Oh, Killer Croc. I don't know if people
Does
hear
he
this on the
eat
video.
people or doesn't he eat people?
Some of these audio tapes are fairly disturbing, I have to say.
I just like how they dropped it with enough of like a, would you like to find out more? That you felt that you
Yeah.
had to go find
You
the other ones.
totally want to, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut this one a little short here, but...
Well, I think you can actually listen to them
Yeah.
While you're
While
going.
you're
Yeah.
which is
Okay.
great. Nice
Yeah.
job.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that would have been good to know.
Go back and play it again. I was thinking about getting the PC version.
It's pretty good. I played it on the PC, and I have to say, I think it actually looks even better.
So, I'm going to go out on the limb here, Jeff, and assume it has separate points.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, okay.
But it's like they've been selling it at weird discounts and stuff, like on Steam. So
I got mine free.
that's right. You guys are their
my
video
video
card.
card.
And it's got, like, crazy physics, weird stuff going, right?
It does have some
Like,
sort of physics.
Some kind of extra...
The physics is more physicsy,
Supposedly some kind of physics enhancement. But,
which that always seemed like a dubious.
yeah...
Like there are 4 more particles in
This
this
is
room.
this is
Like,
the
ah,
Xbox
that's not-
version, and it's pretty physical.
Yeah. PlayStation 3 version, awfully physical as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
It's a multi-platform game.
That's right. Some might say it's the best
yeah.
multi-platform game, in fact.
Where is? Oh,
You're Batman.
am I going all forensic here? Oh, this is where the snipers
Yeah.
first appear, isn't it? Are those snipers? Yep. I
Get up
see
there
them,
and-
Go get him.
These guys are savage.
Guns are bad.
Batman, as badass as he may be, not
Land on that dude.
not so good. Oh, can you do that? Can you just like drop right on top of him?
Maybe not from there.
Oh God!
No.
Go get him, Batman.
You should punch him.
Trying. Oh man, that was unkind to that guy. The guy across the way was unkind to me.
How could you let Batman go
Okay.
down like that?
Part of my favorite thing in this game, absolutely loved the death
Yeah,
sort
yeah,
of talking
that's
to
good.
you.
The taunting.
It's really
Oh,
good
yes.
at masking the reloads and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like whoever the most recent boss is always the one that comes out and
Yeah.
taunts you.
And they'll give
Great
you like
stuff.
a little tip, like if you didn't understand what to do,
Yeah.
it'll be like, dude, you should probably use your back claw, you dumbass.
Let's try that again.
All right. You just wanted to show off that.
I mean, I actually love how lethal the guns are in this, you know?
Yeah.
It forces you a little bit to be stealthy.
Yeah, yeah.
And like, it seems like a pretty bad thing to be choked out by Batman. Like, I want those big bat arms. That dude probably smells
I
real
mean,
funny.
I don't
too.
necessarily want to be choked out by anyone, but Batman would be
If it had, yeah,
Worse
it's gotta
than
be
most.
somebody, yeah.
Look at that cape.
Dude, I love the gliding with the cape.
I love that when you like glide into trees, like part of it, it won't just clip.
Yeah.
It'll actually like break away a
Cloth
little bit.
physics. What's up, dude? Good night.
What do you think about that?
Good
go and spend your
night.
upgrade
Yeah,
points. Take a look
yeah.
at
Yeah.
What we got here? Pretty early on in the game.
the yeah.
What do we want to get?
More armor.
Yeah,
I
always go
always
for
wear
the
more
armor.
armor.
I
yeah.
did too, but once I start getting into the combat, I really appreciated like this this one right here that dropped the special combo moves
That's
down.
pretty good.
That was a really good one. I didn't get into the extra batarangs so much.
I got that.
I got it. I think I got everything by the
Yeah.
time we finished it. But I didn't really use.
It was great for taking out the teeth.
Oh,
that was
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Three at a
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I could see that.
What'd you get? The combo boost?
Oh, I need to get to the mansion.
Get to the mansion.
Dude, this quick look's gonna be like 3 hours long because I can't stop playing this game.
Jump and glide.
I love how if you just drop to the ground without gliding, he will still flare his cape at the
Yeah.
end. Just kind of glide the last like 5 feet. We're oh weird. I played this off a hard drive. We're running off the disc. There's a little bit more of a load time there.
Yeah.
Nice dodge.
Dude,
That was a
combat.
good
This is like
dodge.
maybe the best. The
Look,
best
you
melee.
just look so damn
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just flows so well. The animations are so nice.
Oh, it took a
Oh,
hit.
you broke it.
I've been playing enough of the challenge rooms recently that like I get annoyed if I take even one hit.
Do you whip out your like batarang or your grappling? hook
I
during the
haven't
fight?
yet. I never
The
got
quick
the.
throws.
I never
Yeah.
got the like use all moves in one combo achievement, but.
It's pretty cool. It also flows really nice.
Oh,
My head.
Weird spike head.
so good.
Oh, and then he's just walking away.
Yeah, I love how he just kind of.
You can cut these guys down too.
Yeah.
Love it.
No, Batman doesn't care.
There you go. Land on your head.
Oh. because,
As Joker yelling at his goons that they are so incompetent is also pretty good.
Or just telling them like they're going to die. He's really excited.
whoa,
Oh
that-
no.
That guy shot you
what
in the
happened?
face.
That stealth kill there. And out. Oh God, camera.
Kind of wish the in detective mode you saw their bones break as you just hit their.
Yeah, if they just went like full Golgo 13 with it.
Hmm.
How you gonna do it, Batman?
I don't know.
There's a guy. there.
Don't know.
Swish.
Take his gun.
You do everything so fast in this game when you get good at it. Like nothing stands in the way of Batman.
It feels almost like a rhythm game.
In a way, especially that combat, yeah. Oh, I don't know how this
Take
is
him
going
from
to go.
the left side.
Yeah, that's
I'd
what I'm
say.
trying to do. But
Approach.
Oh, nice timing on
how
that
you like
jump.
that one?
Oh.
Hustle, hustle.
Oh God.
Try not to get shot.
Trying. There is no not getting shot. It's kind of
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
refreshingly punishing in a way. Like if you're out in the open, they will shoot you. There's no real dodging it.
Now you gotta use the tactics.
See if I can. Yeah. Did you guys ever use like the explosives and stuff to take guys out?
I used it once you got the proximity on it, so that what I'd do is I'd go on the gargoyles, and then once I got away, I'd lay it down, and then just when the guys came close, so you'd put it after you killed one dude, and then laid it down, then 3 guys would come to the body,
Oh,
and totally they blow up.
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can make this glide here or not. What do you think?
I think you got it.
Good
Nice.
shot.
see you later.
I got a feeling of the old Thief games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just like all the
see
stealth
that.
stuff felt really tight.
Use your water arrows to put out.
Yeah. It did stealth in a good way. It didn't do it where it was based on, lanterns or light. It was more based upon just what you did to the environment, I guess.
It's more about selling those fancy Sound Blaster cards so you can hear everything in the
That's right.
true surround.
Get my glide kick on here.
Yeah, I got the gun.
That's the way to
Oh,
do
you're
it.
about to enter into the big fights
That's
now.
the way to do it. Yeah, maybe that's a good place to. Oh. Oh, lost my combo.
So if you flick, flick the right trigger, you can launch your batarang?
Left trigger, yeah.
Yeah,
like a
quick throw.
quick batarang. Shameful. I could do better than this. Says something about the combat when you consider yourself a failure because you just can't keep a combo going. Like, I don't even care if I get hit or not.
Right.
It's just a bummer when it
just
doesn't
about-
look as good. That's
Yeah, like you just want it to look awesome. I think there's
That's where you came in, right?
I think there's a. Maybe not. I think there was a route into. I guess not. No gargoyles in here. No gargoyles in this quick look yet. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. Fair amount of gargoyles in this game.
Definitely. Definitely a few. I guess I just have to go through the door.
Yeah.
I was thinking there was like a duct up there.
Also, all the Riddler puzzles. This one.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
No, I can't go that way.
Oh, you know what? There's a hole in the ceiling. This is the spot with a hole in the ceiling, isn't it?
Let's consult detective vision.
Right there.
Yes. That's it.
I know a lot of people that got stuck right at this part because
Really?
it was just the first time that there's a grate on the ceiling.
Yeah.
So you're never thinking to look there.
The nice thing I liked about being lost in this game, though, was that you'd end up finding the riddle, the
Right,
riddles and
yeah.
stuff. Like you'd accidentally end up in a place you weren't supposed to go.
Like he just stands there and just,
Whatever.
stuff's gonna blow up.
No time. You're gonna get hurt from that explosion. No, I'm not.
All right.
I'll try it.
All right, Brad. This is it. The big
Dude.
finale.
Heck yeah. It's going to be awesome. Nobody's armed down here, so.
I want to see you using some of the quick throws on that.
All right. I never got into that too much, but I'll give it a shot.
Don't be afraid.
Oh.
Such a good jump.
Oh, dude, he hit me
midair.
midair. No good.
I love the
Oh, you got your
cape
flow
stun,
going.
too.
Nice. Nicely done, Brad.
Oh. Is that everybody? Oh. One straggler.
All right,
That
so
is how you clear
man.
a room.
I think I'm going to call it and say that this is.
Calling it? You think you're calling
I
it?
think I'm going to call it.
All right.
Batman: Arkham Asylum.
Pick
Best
it up, yeah, on any
multi-platform
platform.
game.
Yeah, whatever you play
Variety.
games
Whatever you
on,
got, as long as
play
it,
this.
if it can play this, you're set.
You can beat up dudes well.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Dave.
You've got some kind of funny controller in front of you, Dave.
I know.
There's too many buttons on it.
Yeah.
And
There's
there's
a
this other
small
thing.
rodent on my desk.
How are you doing this?
Well, let's go back.
So we're looking at one of the best PC game of the year.
Well,
Yeah.
Giant Bomb's PC game of 2009.
no, the best.
I'm not comfortable with that at all.
I'm pretty comfortable with that. Well,
That's right. Altitude's pretty good, but this is the best.
altitude's up there.
Dude, altitude is fun.
So this is kind of a big return to form for BioWare.
Definitely is. Look,
Hadn't made a game like this, and like obviously they're a RPG developer, but It doesn't get much more RPG than Dragon Age.
Yeah,
you're definitely
and
playing
glowing
role.
chests.
Click on that sparkly box.
Let's do it. We gotta do it with a special character so that she can actually.
Insufficient skill.
Ooh.
Insufficient.
Introduce us to
skill.
Mordecai. Mordecai's your mage.
Yeah, Mordecai the Mage. He's a swell guy. You know, he's got a mustache. He's exciting.
All right.
Talk to this guy.
Always good when there's a shopkeeper.
That's right. We're trying to find this guy, brother Genetivi.
Genetivi?
Genetivi. We're in this town.
I got a steam encase the Genetivi's last
Everybody's
weekend.
everybody's kind of they don't want to tell us where he is.
Well, you know, I'm sure there must be some deeper mystery going on.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be much of the game of RPG if
Oh, I apologize.
what? Just kill him.
No, I think we're still going to go there anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dead
Oh,
body.
I didn't mean to see that dead body you had in the
That's
back
right.
of your store. So now shopkeeper gets iced, literally.
That's right. Oh, that's too bad for you.
Now there's another dead body.
Now your guys are
Nice.
drenched in blood.
And now you can loot him.
Shopkeeper. We're going to take his.
Take his potion.
You should go see what's up with the body. Maybe there's stuff on the body.
That's a good idea. Let's go over there. Let's check it out.
Bones.
And there's all these other treasure
Oh,
chests.
jeez.
Corpse.
So, Dave, you're pretty serious about your RPGs. What about this game puts it on the top of your list?
Where does it sit?
Yeah.
It sits pretty well.
Well,
But why?
Why? Ceilings.
Takes
That
a lot
is-
to impress you, I know.
No, the reasons I love Dragon Age, it's a big, long game. It's really a return to form to the old style games, which you've got party-based stuff. Everybody's there. You go.
Constantly on.
Yeah,
That is one of my favorite things about Dragon Age, is that when you pause the combat, like the samples keep going sometimes
Yeah.
until the guy is
Yeah.
done screaming. So you get a lot of just isolated, ah!
Spacebar is your friend in Dragon
yeah.
Age.
I just like big, huge spells, and this game's just
That might be the most classic thing about Dragon Age is that the spacebar pauses it.
Yeah, indeed.
And you need it. It's good that it pauses.
Well, yeah, I guess
I mean-
this game would be unplayable if you couldn't pause the action.
Look at this. These dudes are totally frozen. I just like a game that
Yeah.
has like some sort of strategic combat.
Frost spells.
If you don't play it, if you don't know how to play it, or don't like bother learning to play it, you will probably die. I mean, that to me is a mark of a decent RPG.
But it's also got, I feel like the reason this game wins is because it can have this crazy depth with, your group strategies and combining skills between different party members and, members being able to leave depending on what sort of actions you take and all this crazy relationship stuff. But then it's also got this tactical option to it where you can let the game handle a lot of the behavior for you, so it's as overwhelming as you want it to be.
Absolutely. And the cool thing about any BioWare, oh man, we went into combat and ruined my look that I was going to show.
Cinematic.
That's right. That's right. We'll kill these guys first. That cultist archer is really bothering us. Oh God.
Got you in the arm,
Mordecai is
mage.
not doing too well. We'll heal him up.
So you play as a mage, you can play as a fighter.
Yeah, fighter. There are different
Play
archetypes
as
that
a
you can make them
rogue.
go. So
Isn't that it? 3 classes? Fighter, mage, and rogue.
fighter, mage, rogue,
And
and
there's races, too.
we do have
And then there are like
races.
specializations within each one of those.
Exactly. So
classes.
Mordecai set up more as a healer than
And then there's
anything else.
origin stories.
There are.
So
It's a deep game.
the race that you choose will dictate which origin stories you can use,
And class.
and then the origin story will then dictate class, or can to a certain degree.
But
That guy's beard is
Dragon Age, great, absolutely great, fantastic story, leads in a bunch of different directions. But it also, it's pretty archetypal
I
fantasy
love
fare, but it's
that
good.
it's not like a wink and a nod fantasy.
It's pure.
There's nothing about
oh, yeah.
this that's like, disaffected or ironic. It's like, no, this is pure, sincere high fantasy.
Yeah.
It's like, step out of the Ren Fair, bring your laptop to Ren Fair, and play some Dragon Age.
Ren Fair is way more ironic
Yeah, I guess so.
than
No, there are
Dragon
some people.
Age.
There are some people.
But most of Ren Fair, come on.
I like this guy's shoulders.
It's got hairy
The
shoulders.
fur shoulders.
Yeah.
I just like it, big cultist leader. You just come in, just wreck his game.
Yeah.
He's just been leading these people to ruin.
He looks like he'd been awake for a while too.
Yeah.
So are we just on some
God.
crazy
Yeah.
side quest here?
No, we're on a quest to find the urn of sacred ashes, and
Perfect. Exactly what
Yeah.
I should be looking
Yeah.
for.
a lot of the game, takes cues from other fantasy fairs. So you can look at the urn as sort of like the quest for the Holy Grail, minus the Monty Python jokes.
So you're saying there's no Monty Python jokes in this game?
I bet there are. Very
You know what?
somewhere.
There's
You're
lots.
just
Of,
not
there's
looking hard enough.
there's a couple Indiana Jones jokes. That's for sure.
I definitely, in my brief time with it,
Yeah.
caught a Stephen Colbert joke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. A character uses truthiness
Oh.
at one point.
It's less of
that
a
one.
joke and more
Yeah.
of
Commentary on the perils of our modern
a
society.
exactly. And that ain't no joke.
The
It's deadly serious.
the dialogue in this game is sharp.
It is, and it's got pretty good voice acting. Nice thing I love is you can just walk up and start talking to the character in your party. Yeah, I'd like to ask you something.
Ask her why she hates you so much.
Let's
I want to be a shape changer.
yeah.
Why do you ask me such questions?
Same voice actress from Uncharted 2.
Yeah.
Same awesome
is that
job.
Chloe?
Yeah,
You can probe me anytime.
you
Go for it.
can probe it.
Pardon then while I jump for joy. What is it you
She's saying
ask
yes.
if I grew
Yeah.
up in the wilds?
With her purple
Curious
eyeshadow.
question. Where else
She's a
would
witch.
you picture me? For many years it was simply
Look at that
Flemeth
staff.
and I. The
Tell me
wilds
about
and
it.
its
That
creatures
is
were
a
more
staff.
Oh, yeah.
than Flemeth's tales of the world of magic. In time, I
But
grew
50-hour game.
to explore
At
Uh,
least,
it,
never for long.
dude.
nobody would have thought that it would have actually, normally that's sort of filler, but that is how long it took me to actually get through just the main quest line.
That was you going through lots of side quest stuff.
No, that was just me playing the game and trying to get through as quick as possible. Now, as quick as possible for me means lots of pausing, because I am a micromanaging bastard. But
But in the long run, that's faster than having to fight that battle again.
yes,
Yeah.
definitely is, and it's not an easy game. Like I said before, you will die
Manner of simple
if you do not know how to play. Or
And
do
I
not
think,
learn it.
yeah, I think that's one of the coolest things about this game is,
wilds, and that by a
yeah,
chance
it's
happened to be
Not
traveling
apologetic for
yeah, exactly. It's like this is a PC-ass PC game.
Yeah.
They said, you know what, we're taking it back, and while they were developing it, and they said no, we're doing this.
Yeah.
It just seemed crazy. Like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? No, you're not.
Yeah, in
you're not
fact,
going to do
everybody-
You
that.
expect
Everybody
at the
thought
end
it
you
was
find out
like
oh, this is just Mass Effect.
Right,
Yeah.
you're like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but you got bought by EA a while ago. Come on. You're not going to go make
batted my eyelashes at
your,
Boobs.
you're name dropping Baldur's Gate all the time, but come on.
But no,
That's-
they did it, and this is also this is a PC ass. Part of the reason that I like this for Giant Bomb's PC Game of the Year is there's console ports of this, but this is a game that lives on the PC, which is rare these days. Like any first-person shooter that you're going to play, which used to be it's like first-person shooters, real-time strategy games, and RPGs. Like that was. You couldn't replicate those experiences on a console, but first-person shooters have been taken away from the PC for all intents and purposes.
I love how Dave has been going through this dialogue for the last 10 minutes.
Well, I'm trying to get through it. Yeah,
Trying to get out.
It's one of those hard. Here, we can
you just
escape
say-
to get her fixed
you
a
just say
little
bye?
quicker. Yeah,
There you
there we
go.
go. And
What?
look,
How'd you
Morgan
get her to
approves.
approve?
Oh, because we're she liked what I had to
She likes a
say.
little stern
Yeah.
talking.
She liked what I had to say.
Someone just stops talking to her, like, oh, thank God.
She just likes
I
that
will-
mustache.
Around here, inscribe chest.
Oh.
I'll inscribe your chest.
Ugh.
Love a game.
Go find something, fight someone.
Love a game where brick wall.
Secret brick
What's
wall.
back there?
I just blow it up.
Put a sapper charge.
Oh, man.
Secret. Look at the
Oh,
light.
dead guy.
I do like the light in this game.
Dead guy.
Oh, this
There
is
he
the
is.
guy we've
Hey,
been
you
looking
found that
for.
guy. He's just
Yeah,
sleeping.
I'm just sleeping.
Hey, what's up?
This floor's really comfortable. It's good for my back.
This guy's actually pretty fun. Does his normal thing of, oh, I'm not hurt. I'll just go along with you.
He's a zombie. He's going to turn into
Yeah.
a zombie.
I ain't slept in like a week, man. I ain't eaten in 3 days.
Well, he's been trapped by these cultists for this long period of time.
Everyone in this game is real tired.
Yeah.
Tough world.
Medieval times,
Oh,
man. There's no
been
time
doing
to
these-
sleep.
Doing these dice rolls for it seems like forever.
Everybody just wants to talk constantly.
I think that was
I was finally catching some shut-eye laying down back here.
And then you're all...
You found my brick wall.
Trying to figure out my skill tree.
that was the big thing for me with this game was, I was a big sort of D&D fan, and that was a big worry for everybody was that they were actually dropping the D&D rule set
Right.
and license. So not only the world was changing, but the actual gameplay people had thought, why would you move off of this established thing that we've been using for like a decade? Everybody's used to it. And they pulled it off for the most part. I mean, it works as a system. It's a little easier than Dungeons and Dragons, but that's because it's made for a video game, and
Right.
not
graph paper.
Yeah, exactly.
And that is high praise coming from somebody who judges games by the rule set they use. D&D. Yeah, it all went to hell. After.
3.5.
Yeah.
Terrible.
3.5, forget that.
But on the PC, it's also a pretty good looking game.
A very good looking game.
It's got really good lighting effects and some good moments of
Great
where
necks.
you just
That guy's neck was. He's been laying on the floor a little long.
Now what? What do we do with this door?
look at that. I mean, how Italian can you get with that nose?
Hey, Brother Gent. Oh, gosh. This is the closet.
Oh, man, where are we going?
Peace. Good BioWare, like, snarky lines in this. That I really
Oh
like.
yeah, good humor all through it. You've got the choices through the game that it's not the usual one where it's all telegraphed and the
I'm
good
going to do the
bad
evil
type
thing or the
stuff.
good thing.
Yeah, I was friends with characters in this game all the way up till the end, and then they just abandoned me.
They're like, no, you're crazy.
Like, I cannot abide by
Yes,
this.
and I felt like horribly wretched. I was just like, what? I've gone
So
through.
did you feel betrayed, or did you feel like you did the wrong thing?
I felt betrayed.
Yeah.
I felt like I'd gone through this whole game trying to do things the good way, and then just people just left me. They were just, hey, you're still playing that good guy game?
Yeah.
Fuck you. I'm out of here.
Never signed up for this.
Yeah.
You get a little wisp.
Yeah, my little wisp, good spells in this game. Give me some
Any good mage has a floating light thing
Of course.
near them.
Yeah, and sparkles.
awesome, sort of menu type stuff. There's not that one.
Went too far.
But you could also, if you got really deep into the game, you can sort of change the tactics of each one of the
I actually
individual
I got into this
units.
stuff.
Oh yeah, this
Did you
tactic
use it
stuff
a lot?
is-
Yeah. It was nice, but I used I mostly just
micromanage?
I love to just pause in games like these. So
Yeah,
totally
I want to
did it
get
for
through the
me.
fights a little more, so I'm
I told everybody to attack while I'm attacking.
God.
Just if somebody's attacking me, attack them, and then attack the
Yeah.
guy I'm attacking.
and it's a
Powerful
totally
swings.
viable way, and you can get just as lost in setting up like unique tactic rule
Like
sets for your
if-then
characters.
statements and
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
you
Oh,
start
God.
off with just a
Oh,
couple.
that guy's
God.
swinging at you.
Yeah, I really shouldn't
guy's
be
gonna
leading
hit
with
you.
my mage. That's okay. Alice,
Oh.
just gonna come up here and
Ow!
boom. Take it.
All right,
You need to get some of that.
you drew.
Armor.
What armor?
That cultist reaver armor with the horns. I like that.
Oh.
And it's just, the game looks so good that when you pause, you pause it. You
Yeah,
get these
it's got
cool
the
action
spell
shots.
effects. Look
It's
at
like,
this.
oh,
Look
my
at
God,
this.
Look at that.
That guy's
Yeah.
covered in
That looks
blood.
like a second away from something real terrible happening.
But you know what? We're gonna freeze him. So
To
it won't.
everyone,
Woo! Oh,
froze him to death.
yeah. Not too bad. Oh God, who needs some healing? I think
Where's,
everybody needs healing. What's this?
I'm gonna call it right here: best blood spatter of 2009.
Oh, all over the
To-
place. And then
goes to Dragon Age Origins.
the nice thing is that it stays in through the
The cutscene.
through the
dirty fighting.
cutscenes.
Oh yeah.
That's right, dirty fighting.
Where's Liliana? Is she hanging out?
Yeah, she's
She's dead.
She's having a good time over here.
Ah.
These guys
I
are
think
totally
the
doing it on their own.
way character death is
Oh,
handled
God.
in this game pretty well sums up like kind of the compromise this game makes between hardcore old school PC RPG and something that a human being would play in 2009.
What do you mean the fall down, get up stuff?
Well, the fact that
yeah.
as long as you're in combat, a character can die, and if all four characters die, you're done.
Yeah.
But if you can make it through that fight with at least one character alive, then you
Then
can.
it's like, all right.
Then everyone else can
Get
get back
up,
up
everybody,
afterwards
you knuckleheads.
and keep moving. So,
But have a
so there is a risk. There is
your broken skull and your torn jugular. Like your,
well, just
your
the fact that you
injuries.
don't have to like manage stupid revival potions.
Yeah. Oh, there's no resting. That's
Yeah.
the biggest thing that was like, the D&D system's great, but, and I love all the spell selection, but having to actually hit a rest button
Yeah. And
in
then
a
sit there and
game-
watch everyone sit down and go like, come on.
And then it's like, oh, no, you can't rest here.
Yeah.
This dungeon's full of monsters.
Yeah, there's a monster
even though
nearby,
you can't
and it's
see
on
them.
some other
Yeah.
end of the wall,
Yeah.
and you can't fast travel from here because there's some enemy running up against a wall.
And also the fact that your health and mana regenerate.
Scroll pile.
after
Scroll
battle.
pile.
Yeah.
Just a big old pile of scrolls.
That's the only crazy thing. I'm surprised that they kept in this game is that you're still going around and like literally
on
clicking.
bookshelves.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it all goes in your crazy codex, which you could just. That's what I spent like half the game reading.
Yeah. Just sitting where I can't even remember how to get to that thing, but
Like the journal icon up at the top there, to the right.
it's probably a J. Yeah,
Sure.
Here we are, codex. So just filled.
Keyboard
Look at
shortcuts.
this stuff, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's so much fiction.
And not only do you find these pages, but pages you find add to the pages
Yes.
you already found.
So
it's
you'll
not-
find,
Oh,
you'll
man.
find
Yeah,
a crazy love story that goes
yeah.
throughout the entire game. It's just this guy basically writing to, a girl that he's having an affair with, and she's basically writing notes in the journal saying, "Oh, he's totally getting some tonight because that was an awesome letter." But just, a lot of fun. Hello, picture
Do it! Yay!
Studded leather gloves.
Liliana can
She's got a
totally,
nice hat.
she
Yeah.
can pull it off. Yeah, she's
That's a pretty cool hat.
French. I
Or
really,
whatever. Fake French.
yeah, I liked it, but I liked that the game spent time setting up its world where all the people from Orleans, had French tinged accents. So like the world was so developed
They
that
they set up their own
Yeah.
regionalisms.
yeah, it's kind of neat, and you hope that they're setting it up,
Something you need?
for some sort of sequel because you really don't.
It is called Origins.
Yes, well, that is true. It is.
We're
And
not even.
You read the book too,
true.
didn't you?
Yeah.
We've not even made it to the proper Dragon Age. This is just how the Dragon Age gets set up.
Yeah.
It's weird. The book. I started playing it, and the main characters from the book. One of them turns out to be like the biggest jerk in the game in the beginning of the game. And I was like, "Whoa, what happened? You're a champ."
Book.
Book. Hey, a book.
Well,
The
I
old
think that kind of
guys.
speaks to there's a depth to the characters in this game.
Oh, for sure.
It's like it's archetypal conflicts, but there are certainly some characters that you could tell like, oh, he's going to be a bad guy.
Sometimes the good choices aren't the best ones.
That's true to life,
Yep.
Vinny.
The needs of the many outweighing the needs of the few.
And may the
You
force
got-
be with you.
Yeah.
I was also very excited. There is
And
just,
don't feed after midnight.
oh
Yeah.
god,
And don't fear the Reaper.
Right.
more cowbell.
And
It's always
These poor
you
guys.
can always, at this point,
Freeze you and then poke you with my stick. Ha
at this point, a fantasy game, its worth is determined by the quality of its cornrows. And Dragon Age.
Look at the window.
Truly, it's the
to your
age
right.
of cornrows.
private documents.
Truly, it's the age of hairstyles that are easy to render in video games.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Light.
What light? This
The
light?
shaft of light.
Do you want to
There
talk to
is-
God, Vinny?
There is
Yeah.
one
Hey,
light.
Tell me.
where's the urn?
That is pretty cool, though. Look at the
Stand here and
nice little
think look
particles.
thoughtful
Yeah.
in snow or whatever this is.
Yeah.
Or just pause it.
Take a screenshot with your mind.
The game takes automatic screenshots,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
It
Yeah.
does. As you go through the game, it'll basically upload them onto EA's servers if you want. So as you get to pivotal parts of the game,
You can see your fine mustache.
yeah, which of course I
Interacting
can't
with
seem to
people.
remember how to get there, but
To the pivotal
oh,
trying
we've,
to go.
we've still got some stuff up here.
Don't run in the fire.
Yeah, that's a key part of life, I guess. Don't run in the fire. It's a lesson that everyone can learn a little bit from. Look at this snow.
Yeah, inside a cave.
Castle is ill.
Oh,
Totally. Oh, Fallen Knight. What's he got?
Hardened.
Armor of Diligence.
Yeah.
how'd you wind up with managing your inventory? Did it become a pain in the neck, or?
No, I like the inventory stuff because they actually, instead of having separate characters where you used to have all these crazy ragdolls,
It's like just a big pool.
you now just have like a party pool of inventory. So you just switch between characters, and then if you want to equip from any of them, you can. These will basically
That's
just give you
so
swords.
much better than.
Oh my god! With people with like weight,
Yeah.
how much they could carry.
Oh.
Yeah, it used to be pretty bad.
It's like that's the stuff that you kind of understand why people would go down that road.
Oh, God.
But
Bronto.
there's nothing fun about encumbrance.
Yeah.
Just like there's nothing fun about heat in like a MechWarrior game.
Oh god.
Like, oh, you overheated.
Like,
Yeah,
oh, you
yeah.
overheated.
Took
Now you have
some.
to not shoot or move, or maybe you should have thought of this before you got to this point. Like that's
You have to feed that thing bombs.
Bronto dislikes smoke.
It's super effective.
Man,
Also, the game just has like some really long ass dungeons, which
Yes,
I'll
it
tell
does.
you, it's got tons of story stuff, and we don't really show a lot of that stuff when we do videos because we don't want to give a lot of the stuff away. But the game, I just love a good hour-long dungeon.
Well, also
Yeah.
keep in mind, with games like this,
Oh, God.
you have to soak in a lot of dialogue for the story stuff
Yeah.
to make sense, and
This
that's
is not good.
not what a quick look is about.
though, in true BioWare fashion, you
Don't
always do
die.
have that option that's like, all right, stop, let's just go. Like, let's just
Oh
go.
yeah. No, I was like playing this game. I was definitely not diving as deep into the dialogue as I could have.
Like, let's roll.
Like, you know
get
what?
back,
Done talking. I
Mordecai.
know what I need to do. Like, I could keep asking you about the town and
Right.
the
Yeah.
history of the royal family in this area.
Or I could just cut you on the face now, and
Right, who do I have to kill? I've got a sword.
I've got a sword. Ask me anything.
Oh God. Oh,
Sleep
Mordecai.
time.
You're dead.
Nah, Mordecai will be all right. He always wins.
That guy has a big sword.
I managed to
Read
make
that, sucker.
I managed to make it through the entire game without using a fireball or any of the evocation spells.
No lightning bolts.
Yeah, which is for me is pretty exciting. I wanted to play a game where I went through and just my guy was mostly healing and like crowd control stuff, and I could totally play that way in this game, and
Yeah.
it amazed me. Because most games, RPGs, if you're not playing like a hardcore, nuker, you can get into trouble. But I don't know, pretty fun. Pretty fun.
Sweet arrows.
Sweet
All right.
Everything's got great names.
And all that adds up to why it is our PC Game of the Year
That's right.
for 2009.
Dragon Age Origins.
Look at that blood. Look at that. Alistair.
I like
Let's
it.
talk to him. Let's talk to him in his blood.
You might want to wipe. I'd like to ask you something.
Don't lick your lips. Don't. Oh.
Did you ever wipe off your face? Ever? It's like, I mean, I understand, it's hard to get it all off, but at least the face maybe.
But that is Dragon Age.
Dragon Age, both are PC Game of the Year and Best Blood Spatter of 2009. Get in, Brad.
I'm trying.
We're on board.
We're here checking out again for the first time Uncharted 2: Giant Bomb's PlayStation 3 Game of the Year.
Yeah.
We are just kind of jumping into the middle of it here. Nathan Drake, Elena kicking it in the Jeep.
Escaping from what I remember to be a pretty messed up sequence.
Oh yeah, that's where the first time you meet the bigger,
Yeah.
crazier, giant enemy soldiers, and Nathan kind of freaks out about it.
He shoots as he should.
Which is one of the things that I really love about Uncharted 2 is Nathan Drake, despite constantly getting in and out of impossible situations, like having a genuine level of freaking out about all of it. Like, he cannot believe any of this stuff is happening.
It's like you always know he's going to get it done, but he never believes that.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of like, I can't believe I just jumped onto that train. I can't believe she didn't drive that Jeep over the edge.
It's a lot of don't think, just do for Nathan Drake. Such as, jumping onto this train full of badass enemy soldiers and then spending the next, let's call it, 45 minutes trying to climb towards the front of it.
Yeah, probably something like that.
Like, this is an extensive train sequence.
It is. Maybe a little too extensive.
And then I forgot, just from that little cutscene, it's been, call it a month since I last played Uncharted 2. Game looks really good!
Yeah.
This is gorgeous.
Those character models, like just all that stuff there, just the animation and the detail of the characters.
I mean, it won Best Graphics for a reason.
Yeah.
I also would like to right now nominate it for Best Hair.
Yes.
You want to go back in time.
No, just in this quick
And
look. That of all the
best
games we're
hair of
looking
this quick look.
in this quick look, Uncharted 2 wins hands down.
I think I win Best Hair for this quick look.
Your hair doesn't. It's not shiny like the hair in Uncharted 2 is.
I mean, I could moisturize. I can condition.
But I'm saying we're not talking about some other situation, Jeff. We're talking about right now.
Howard Jones.
No, I
always
have
wins
conditioner
best
here.
hair.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if before the end of this quick look, Jeff, you can shine up your hair.
Or
then,
if Dave can produce Howard Jones.
Howard Jones always doesn't matter, even if he's not in the game. Oh, look at that nice blur.
Yeah.
I love the blur. In this
Oh yeah,
game.
like the depth of field focus stuff. It looks cool. Looks cool as hell.
Jump it.
Jumping.
Quit playing like
oh,
it. Yes! Awesome!
We're off to a
All
start.
right, so that's one.
I haven't played this game since I reviewed it.
That's one, right?
Oh,
say.
that is
Okay.
one.
All right.
All right.
Give that another go, Brad.
Didn't even have to have an
I should
enemy.
have gotten up to speed before
Brad
we started
is
this
his own
thing.
enemy.
Perfect.
It's weird. I just came off of capturing a bunch of Infamous footage.
I
and
gotta
the
say-
jumping in that game and this game and the climbing feel very different.
This game, it's all about not being timid about your motions.
Oh, I don't want to
Go.
Do it.
Go.
You're fine.
Not risking it.
Go!
Oh, you're fine. We're not there yet. You got all kinds of movement
Yeah.
time.
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Get
Over.
up there.
It's only going to do knockoff stuff when it's not a lengthy sequence.
Yeah, I found this part to be a little gamey.
I like the prep
Like-
of the jumps. Like he always leans a little bit.
Yeah,
before he
Yeah, like
jumps.
the way it lets you know, like, yeah, you can totally do that
Yeah,
without having
Yeah,
to
like
reach out.
character. But also, yeah, like a lot of gameplay cues in what he does.
And man, like the multiplayer in this game.
Yeah.
Like, for a game, I mean, the previous game didn't have any multiplayer, and you thought, like, I know when they said, like, oh, we're doing multiplayer. I was
Seems like such
why?
a bolted on thing.
Why
Like,
would you do that?
Dude.
hide, be sneaky.
Oh,
Sneak
how do
up
you,
on that
I
dude.
can't remember how to stealth kill in this. Does it
Square.
prompt you?
Square, I'm pretty sure. Yes.
Yeah. Take
That'll
that
do
man
it.
down.
Ice that guy! Oh,
Done.
it's so colorful and just like the... See, now you're just going to...
Oh man.
I wouldn't do it from up here. Do
Oh,
it from
man.
behind cover, man.
Yeah. Whoop.
That's not cover.
Yeah, you're right.
That's cover. All right. Now ice that fool.
Oh, you could stealth that guy,
Oh, I
too.
want to stealth him.
The rocking on the train and, like, the world here doesn't go very, very far beyond the track, but just how dense the world is that you can see. Like,
Hey,
it does
yeah,
open
look
up
at
and it's
that.
like,
Yeah.
damn.
You kept thinking
Dude.
you'd re-see stuff, like in the background, like loop it.
I'm sure if you sit on this train for a while, it will.
You will see that village again. You'll have to.
Oh, my lord.
That guy's just, went ahead. And, yeah.
Oh yeah.
The time for
That
diplomacy is
guy
over.
he just fell asleep.
Oh, okay, now I'm remembering the feel of this game.
Remember,
There it is.
headshots.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Remember shooting guys in the face, the game.
No, I don't want to give it.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Hey,
Go fight that guy!
how you doing?
Oh man. Oh.
There you go.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey.
He
That's how
threw a
you do
gun
it.
at you.
That's how you do it.
So will
No,
you guys?
You gotta go around.
Yeah,
You
you're
climb
right.
out and
Oh, I don't know.
do it.
Oh, oh,
When you guys went through
Trust
this,
in Nathan Drake.
oh. I do. I just don't trust myself.
were you mostly a top of the train guy? Or
Oh
a
yeah,
through
yeah.
the
I
train guy?
definitely preferred going on top of the train.
I
was
went,
the
I
top
went
of the
through the
train.
train as much as possible.
I was the top of the train guy. Sneaky, sneaky.
Hey, see ya.
Peace.
What's up, guys?
That guy ducked.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good foresight.
Tricked you for a
Oh,
second.
crap.
Oh no.
Oh, now you're.
Oh, crap.
Oh, they were
Yes!
all. Yeah.
Yes! Awesome! I'm not even playing. This is great. Just don't stay down, man. Come on. Wait for
I'm
color
out.
to come
I
back.
am out.
Whoa.
Oh.
I can't think of a better game too that switched between the you are playing the game to a quick cinematic to back to playing the game.
Yeah.
Like other than the thing that Brad just showed there, kind of brilliant camera in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bad time to reload.
Get time to throw grenades.
It's true.
Never really used the
Oh.
grenades.
Oh, the grenades are great. They got that nice little arc on them too, so it's like really
Oh,
easy
well, yeah.
to throw them right where you want them.
Fantastic grenades in this game.
Out your hands.
Oh, he's Drake. He doesn't care.
I don't know,
If John McClane can walk around with no shoes on,
That's
through
kind of the
broken
thing about
glass.
this game is like there is I don't know such a sense of there's just immersive quality. Oh,
Look
yeah,
out for that.
Yes.
All right.
That's 2.
Why don't we check out another level?
Okay. Yeah, I think that's enough of the train. Or you could have loaded game from there. Might have been faster.
No, it's select chapter.
Easier to
The
pick a
games-
chapter from
The loaded
the-
games would all be at a specific point.
Oh, yeah, okay. Right. That knife.
Wasn't a fan of that loading. That's one thing I can't say.
Little spinny knife.
Yeah, spinny knife. I don't know. I like I don't know.
They should have let you play, like, I don't know, Jumping Flash or something while you were loading.
Well, I believe they did with the patch that came out a couple of weeks ago. They have improved the loading times.
Oh, well, that's good to know. Any requests here?
Past this.
That was a good part. I really liked that little
Yeah.
escort sequence there. Dude, I want to see that.
All right, go for it.
Let's do
Load
it.
up. I'm happy to look at any part of Uncharted 2.
Totally.
This game is fresh.
Except for those blue dudes.
Oh, come on.
What blue dudes? Avatar?
Yeah.
Oh,
Avatar was
yeah.
definitely the worst part of Uncharted 2.
James Cameron's Uncharted 2.
Yeah.
Wet shirt. Best wet shirt of this quick look.
Good wet clothing in this game.
Well,
Oh, you're fine.
he got wet in a different way.
Yeah. He is winning the wet t-shirt contest.
You won, cameraman.
Won what?
The wet t-shirt contest, mother effer. Blah, 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 blah.
Farscape lady wins my voice acting.
Oh, you like a husky British voice?
Oh, I think she's Australian. Was she?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Commonwealth.
Yeah, I think she came from like the Xena school of acting.
Saying it's Lucy Lawless.
I also know her as Morrigan from Dragon Age. I love her so.
She's kind of becoming like the female Nolan North.
Sure.
In a way. She's popping up all over the place.
Also, yeah, big ups to Nolan North
Oh,
for
yeah.
his work in this game.
Star turn.
Absolutely. Like, you know, he did Nathan. He originated the role,
Yeah.
obviously, in the first game, but he shines here as the knife.
Oh. Get out of here.
Trust me, I will.
Keep moving. It's not just the name of a chapter. There's also a professional tip. Yeah.
Merry Christmas to you too, Mike Tatum.
Are you guys recording right now?
Yes,
We
we
are.
are.
I just want to say I love y'all. I love Jack.
We love you too, Mike.
Y'all have fun.
You gone?
I'm gone.
All right, see you in 2010, sir.
Merry
Have a good
Christmas.
break.
And
See ya.
not only is Mike Tatum gone, but Brad, you're on your way.
Nope.
Oh,
There you go. Look out for that guy.
Hands off. No means no, mister.
take your damn hands off.
Oh God.
Should have gone over there.
Keep moving.
Trying. These guys won't let me.
I ran out of ammo during this part.
Oh, that's messed up.
Yeah.
That's the bad time to run out.
Yeah, it was really bad. So
And again, like a workshop on video game animation being
Whoa.
put on right here.
yeah, like
seriously.
look at the way that
Like the way, like the two.
you don't see arms clipping through
Oh God.
each other here in this bit. It's like that looks like a dude helping a dude who got shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they have like their own weight.
Yeah, so weighty. There's almost a tactile feel to this.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I love the rubble in this
I wonder how
game.
they did that. Like, I wonder if this is.
Oh my God!
And that's 3.
All right. Well, let's. Shall we move on to another level?
Yeah.
What do you say?
I was gonna say that probably answers my question about how they did it. I wonder if they just made like one model that was both the guys together, but when you died, they flew apart pretty well. So.
Which makes it even more impressive that they could get those two models to interact like that for such a stretch of time without it looking weird.
There's so much good behind-the-scenes stuff in this, lots of video interviews and stuff, and they talk about the animation blending they cooked up for this. And they said,
I haven't looked at any of that stuff. I should check that out.
It's great stuff, but they said there are times when one character model will be using like 20 or 30 separate animations all blended into one.
Wow.
What pays?
I mean, think about it. Like, we still live in an era in which the sword on someone's back might not physically be connected to their back.
Right.
Convoy.
Sure. Yes. Yes.
Yes. C.W. McCall.
This is C.W. McCall's Game of the Year
That's
for
right.
2009
this
as
is
well.
also Chris Christopherson's Convoy of the Year.
Oh man, I'm going to have to jump between more speeding vehicles. All right.
Yeah.
Crap.
Well, you've already died 3 times.
Yeah,
you already owe
I-
Dave a beer.
I already
Yeah, you
owe
do.
Dave a beer, so...
I do. I did find this game difficult and challenging.
Oh, I died a
Good
lot.
way.
I died a lot playing this game.
Yeah.
I played on normal.
It's not easy
There's our guy.
by any means. Yes. I believe our favorite non-player character of the year, if I recall.
Definitely a nominee. Yeah, he won, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he did one.
I've already forgotten.
Yeah.
It's been a long week.
This to me, total Indiana Jones level.
Yeah.
Did you guys get that vibe on this?
Oh yeah, I got that out of most of the
whole
game,
game.
really.
Yeah, but this like specific scene
Cover to
stuff
cover.
from
Oh, sure.
Raiders.
Sure, sure. This is totally like on the Nazi truck in Raiders.
Yep. Some good tires.
So do you get a, what's her name, Karen Allen vibe?
Nobody gives me a Karen Allen vibe except for Karen Allen. I'll tell you that.
Elena's not
And
cutting
it's not a vibe. Let's say it's something else.
Fair enough.
A certain turgidness.
Oh, this is this part.
Gonna clear the road. Here, take the wheel. What?
Good confusion face.
What? I didn't think that far ahead. Yeah.
Again, that perfectly sums up Nathan Drake of don't think, just do.
Look at what he's doing.
We will figure out how to make the rest of this work as we get there.
Move closer. There you go.
Oh.
This is suddenly a very bad idea.
Oh, it'll work out fine.
You know, they could make this into a really good action movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
If they wanted to
like the characters are likable enough.
I mean, the characters, obviously are very much inspired by a lot of, movie roles, but
this is like you always have the games that are inspired by movies, where it's like we will pull our parts from movies.
Yeah.
But this is good enough at that it could go back.
right.
Like very rarely is that the case, if ever. Yeah, kill that guy.
Later.
Peace. Get that gun.
Oh, I don't think I wanted that.
Great mountains.
Jump.
Great
jump,
everything.
Jump.
Yeah,
Jump.
jump,
Jump. Jump. Forward.
Crap.
Jump. Perfect.
Oh,
Perfect.
it's been so long.
Dave, I think after hitting this next death, you have to start playing.
Oh man,
Yeah.
you want to take over now?
No.
Somebody else want to take
No.
over now?
No.
Dave will die twice as much.
Why am I always the one
Yeah,
who plays?
I will not.
Crap. Oh,
I will not only die, I will not
Well,
die in funny scenarios.
remove.
I will just get shot to death.
oh god, I'm afraid.
Well, you should jump, from the hood, not the roof.
Oh,
Would be your first.
next one of these that we do, I'm going to practice a little bit before we play the game.
Why would you do that? That ruins the whole thing.
I guess.
I don't know. I don't know that you'd be any better.
Oh, I would.
Also, do you even have to jump in that situation? Isn't it you don't jump
Ryan
until
kept telling
the
me
things
to
are going to
jump.
blow up?
I think you have
No,
to
no, in that
jump.
one you jump.
Yeah, you jump.
This is how you then get to the next one. Like, this is where it all starts going
Yeah.
crazy. All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
it is on
Get out.
fire.
Get
You
out
do
of
need
this.
to go.
This truck's
Ryan.
on fire. Jump.
Not from there.
Get down on the
There,
hood.
from there.
Hey!
Thank you very much.
Right.
Let's see if he can get off this truck.
Oh god.
It really, you know, for a game that does so many different things, like really great feeling shooting.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You need to get off this truck.
You should get off this. Yeah, that'll do for now.
Probably not for
Do
long.
not get comfortable.
Where's the part where you're shooting from the turret? Is that at the end of
That's
this?
that right there. Get to that truck.
Oh god.
Shoot from the turret. Jump.
You're gonna want to go over there.
Did. Oh my god.
Jump.
I think it's
Just had to get a feel for it, all right?
a good telling of the game. Like we can actually see the apprehension in.
I know.
Nathan's
I am
as
somewhat.
he's
I'm
jumping.
actually a little nervous right now. Oh god.
Jump.
Where do I go?
Down.
Where is there to jump to?
There was
Oh
a
my
truck
God.
down below. You could have jumped to.
All right.
But I think that's enough of this.
Yeah.
I think that's a good highlight reel for Uncharted 2, Among Thieves.
Among Thieves.
A little rusty, but
And yeah, that's not a professional player, but you get the idea.
you're gonna play next time.
And that
We'll
is
see how you do.
That is.
No, you know what? That's probably about how many times I died playing that. So to
Yeah.
be fair, but that is Giant Bomb's PlayStation 3 Game of the Year. All right, gentlemen, you can tell from this music that we are looking at Patapon 2.
You can tell from this music we're looking at our PSP Game of the Year.
Yeah, for the Giant Bomb's PlayStation Portable Game of the Year for the year 2009. Let's jump into this. It's
Let's leave it there.
been a little while since I played this. We're actually going to load up pretty early save that I've got going here, just to show you some of the basics of Patapon Deuce. Which just kind of, it builds on what the first game did in such a way that after, like with this out, you don't have to play Patapon ever again.
That's right.
It's one of those kind of perfect sequels that says, you know what, you're good. Also, pretty notable for being one of Sony's first, like, download-only style of PlayStation portable games.
It went before the Go.
Indeed.
Goed.
So here's starting off with just a simple army of spearmen. I can go and I can equip them. I don't really have anything to equip them yet with, but
they have
later
spears.
on you can give unique
Spearmint.
equipment to your dudes.
I like juicy fruit better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's gonna move you.
Yeah, that's why.
So if you haven't seen Patapon before, this is kind of an odd amalgam of rhythm game and strategy game. But it's also all played from this 2D side-scrolling perspective. And
You're too slow.
this is going to be impossible to play and talk about at the same time.
So you're
Because this is strictly rhythm. I just have to do these little chants that causes the
people to die,
my little people to
fall down. So you're giving them the movement command?
That's right. This one is this is the attack command. Oh,
You're a horrible leader. Now they know what you're talking about.
it's just simple button presses.
Using the face buttons there, right?
Yep.
So you're attacking.
Thrash and Pierce.
You're attacking a brick wall with your spears.
Fevering.
There you go.
They're getting stern.
Yeah, they kind of get pumped up.
And they get the fever. Oh no, another brick wall! Somebody's getting a little...
Yeah, the music's definitely a huge part of the appeal here. I've just crapped that up because talking and
Started
playing.
talking.
Get the little white border, kind of helps you keep track of the
Pulsate on time.
the beat. Still not easy to talk and play at the same time.
There you go, you got it.
Fuck that up. So right now I just got the two basic commands of roll and attack.
And this guy's like, yo, yo,
So I
He's
got
in fact exactly like Yo-Yo.
yo. I'm the pans.
So he's got a sword.
That's
It's gonna make everybody really excited.
So yeah, there's something kind of just oddly hypnotic about the kind of techno tribal chanting of the music, and the simple look of the characters.
So on the first Patapon, I thought it got really hard when you had to start retreating, like when you know.
Oh yeah, this gets mad complicated. Like I'm showing you this game at its most simple. No question, there's more commands to be mastered, and pretty much every time a new command is introduced, the game gets exponentially more complicated. We're going to attack these guys that are in the bushes.
Oh.
I gotta get them all juiced up for this fight.
That sword guy's just gonna lay it down. Viva!
I feel like this is
Jump
kind
him!
Oh no. You lost your fever.
Glad I chose the simple level 2, because this would be impossible to do. Talk about this and play something more complicated than this. It definitely demands your full attention.
Yeah, take that, Great Iron Wall.
You're banging it out over there.
Spank them bottoms, he says.
Oh yeah, they say all sorts of crazy business during the fights. Alright, I've got a combo going. Fever time.
I think it would be cool if they did not speak English.
Oh, yeah.
That's like hardly English.
That's saying pawn, patapon right there. Wahoo, I'm done for. Sounds pretty English from me.
Oh, you mean like they didn't show English in the speech bubbles?
Right.
It's the PSP.
Glad they do, because otherwise there'd be a lot more confusion.
It just seems like it'd be a lot easier to order them around if you said, hey, walk forward, since they obviously understand the language.
But it's the music that drives them.
You are the music maker.
I'm the god.
God of sick drums.
See, I'm like the music rhythm god that compels them forward. I can't just like say things to them directly. That's not how gods roll.
I suppose you're right.
There you go. They've joined your side.
You must take the Mater Sprat from the Dodonga. Dodonga also dislikes smoke.
Ah! Whoa. See you later.
Yeah, the Petapons are weird.
Always doing something freaky.
Go get that guy's remains.
It's got a bunch of fresh gear and some food. We're coming up on my favorite part of the game. Oh, I gotta fight this thing.
Fight that hut.
Keep jagging that thing.
I will.
Dun 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 dun.
I feel like this game sums up a lot of what's, good about portable games. Portable games at their best are doing things that feel unique to the platform. That's
Absolutely.
not to say you couldn't do this game on a console, but...
Oh, this is my favorite part. It's the music over this. That little bit, and then... Oh yeah, so I'm gonna turn this up. I like this part.
Can't.
You got stone, iron sword.
Chaka Chaka song,
Ooh, cafeteria
Tatapon's
meat.
memory, cafeteria meat, stone, steel shield, iron spear. Yeah, great feel to the music of this. I feel like this is like the somewhat darker and more interesting counterpart to Loco Roco.
Right.
Like the gameplay is actually interesting.
Yeah.
Not everything's super happy.
It's got
Patapones will die.
It's got charm still though. It's got that kind of goofy, and there's catchiness to the music, and it's kind of like weird little children chanting the entire time.
As they're ripping each other apart with spears and swords.
Yeah, instead of just like being little fun groups of blobs, they are warriors.
Giant
They're
eyeballs.
Lord of the Flies in it up.
Little 8 balls.
Don't forget to gear up. Look, they're fighting there.
They got
They're just
trained.
hanging out. Just fight, dude. It's a great animation.
That one dude's just dancing it off and left there.
Guys up in the tree.
He doesn't know how to get down.
Having a
Big
time.
meat over there. He's
Like, I had all this meat.
This meat's gonna restore 100% of my health. Take that, Mike Hagar.
All right, let's see if I can. I'm not sure that I am prepared to take on the Dodonga, but
hey, you do. What
Is
you
anyone
can.
ever really truly prepared to take on the Dodonga?
no, we should just jump in because there's really nothing else we can do here. So, see, training
I got
officer course.
weightlifting.
Yeah, we'll go for it. You can also go back to previous levels and kind of,
Grind them out.
yeah, grind them out, health up, rack up points and whatnot. Let's see if I can equip anything. So you can play around with
Triangle
equipments, or you can just hit the triangle button and optimize, and then so you can see that Patapon has a bigger stick now.
Yeah.
Now he's the
And then you'll
leader.
get more slots for more dudes, and you can choose different types of Patapon, like over here.
Now he's got the juice.
Space for more dudes.
So you're just rolling in commando style with your little squad.
That's all I've got right now.
Yep.
See, I haven't gotten that far in the game yet.
They're very elite. Whoa,
Inverted Patapons there.
that's crazy.
All right.
You could do this.
I've got the fever.
Missing.
Yeah. What happened to your sword, dude? You didn't build any?
He took off. He exploded,
into pieces.
Yeah.
This wily statue.
Yeah, take that, statue.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh. Oh, you got another drum.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I got the chaka.
Now the game is a third harder.
Yeah, now I have a third button, but before I was pressing just the square and the circle buttons, and now I can press triangle for other chants. I forget what the chant is here.
Like defend.
Here's something.
Yep,
Chaka
this
chaka.
This is the defense. Get out of tough spots. How do I do it? Tell me.
Mm-hmm. Those guys had shields.
Bang that drum!
Just I want to move forward.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they kind of get pumped up. With this, their call and response, they are way into it.
That's right.
Oh no. Devastated.
More call and response than a Luke record.
Your fever snake. Amazing!
All right.
All right.
This is not going to go well.
You don't think so?
No.
It's just the destined meeting on Nanjaro Hill. Patapon.
Eh?
I will make a friend by shooting spears at this rock.
Yeah. That's how I make most of my friends.
He is not impressed.
Ah.
Oh,
Oh, the Dodonga's here.
oh Jeebus.
I didn't realize that the Dodonga was as rugged as that. You might want to lament of defense.
Oh boy.
I am burning up. Oh, it burns!
Strategize, Ryan.
Don't keep walking forward. Attack. Defense, defense, defense.
It's too late for that. You have to kind of anticipate the move. I gotta get closer to him first.
I bet he's gonna knock that rock down. Ha-ha! Some kind of seal has broken.
That's right.
Not sure what's going on back
Nice.
there.
Whoa.
I'm out of here. I gotta go to a Ramones concert.
Woohoo! I did not defeat the Dodonga, but I gave him a run for his money.
That's right.
Nicely done.
Thank you, sir. Whew. Yeah, there's, it's highly engaging is what I would call Patapon 2.
Yeah.
It's you get sucked into it, and these missions, these little battles usually don't last too long, which for me is like one of the ideal qualities of a portable game. Is something that you can pick up and play for 10 minutes and
Throw it into sleep mode for a bit.
Yeah, come back to it pretty easily.
Dodonga egg level 1.
The strategy is really interesting. You really have to anticipate the patterns of your enemies, and you have to put out the right commands kind of ahead of time to make sure that your Patapon are either in position to attack or out of the way to defend. Then there's this other layer of trying to figure out what groups of Patapon you want to have, what order you want to group those Patapon in, the equipment you want to give your Patapon. So there's
some depth there.
Yeah, there's definitely some depth, but as you saw, you can also auto-equip stuff, so you don't have to think about it too much. And I really, really enjoy all the music in it.
Yeah.
So there it is. It's a little quick look at Patapon 2 for the PlayStation Portable Giant Bombs PSP game of 2009.
That's us.
Brad, what are we looking at here?
We're looking at Silent Hill Shattered Memories again.
Oh, Giant Bombs Wii Game of the Year 2009?
Yes, indeed.
Touched on the car crash. That would have been a breakthrough before. But let's leave that topic for a while.
So for those who don't know, missed our review or our quick look of this game, Silent Hill Shattered Memories, big reboot, reimagining of the original Silent Hill.
Very, very different take on what Silent Hill is.
And I think this is part of why this has won for this category is they've taken this in such a completely different direction from any other survival horror type games or any other previous Silent Hill games.
It's kind of more of an adventure game, really. I don't even know what he just asked me. I'm just going to say yes. We'll see what happens. It's not even survival horror.
Go grab that bottle of Smirnoff.
I don't even.
Yeah, it's like what happens if you just stare at the booze?
I read actually. So this game tracks like everything you do, and I read that something like staring at the booze will affect, like that is a variable. Like it basically the whole course of the game is dependent on your actions.
So the game is broken up into there's this therapy session stuff
kind of
that then gives
device.
way to weird business in Silent Hill where a father looks for his missing daughter.
Yeah, well, that is just about where the similarities with the first game end.
Right. Although there was none of this therapy office.
No, definitely
therapist stuff.
So since our last, I think we showed this in our last quick look.
We started showing this some, yeah.
I have come to understand what it is that this does.
Okay,
so I will quickly try to show that.
So one of the weird things about this game is that all the stuff you do in the therapist's office ends up having weird and it seems often subtle impact on how the game.
You're not really staying within the lines here.
No, not so much. I can zoom in a little bit if I want.
The door is black.
You will, yeah. This one maybe not so subtle. You'll see in a couple minutes here.
Okay.
what it is that this does.
Someone's going to wear different colored clothing.
Yeah, basically. But
Door's red.
Not nearly just the therapy stuff. It's
oh, really?
It is everything. I mean, the
car's yellow.
You know, full disclosure, I've been digging into some facts. You know, people are basically kind of deconstructing how this game figures out what it should be doing.
Okay.
And it's pretty crazy.
This is almost
the
like
number of things that it's paying attention to at all times.
Like it's interesting because this game obviously has a very
What a lovely family home. Is your
That guy's
home
creepy.
like this?
yeah.
What about the cadence that he uses when he speaks?
He's got a very G-man kind of vibe to him.
Totally. Like you could almost see him like taking off his human mask and turning out to be some kind of monster. But
considering how intensely Lynchian this game is, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened.
It really is. So yeah, Black House, just like
with the red door.
So yeah, I mean this is a pretty direct kind of cause and effect.
But
thing,
a lot of them are way more subtle.
Yeah, a lot of them you don't see coming at all.
So this, like this game has a pretty strict format.
Yeah.
But it still seems like we are seeing like procedural emergent gameplay
in a way
with how some of this decision making
kind of
impacts the experience.
I really like the look of it.
Yeah,
the filters.
Yeah, the film grain.
The characters look nice.
And the top and bottom of the screen, the kind of like VHS tape tracking noise.
Yeah. That stuff amps up when like the monsters are coming after you. And
I mean, at the very beginning of this game, I really enjoyed like how the interface stuff looks like a camcorder, like on-screen interface.
Yeah.
Sure you got the right address?
Who was that?
That was our daughter, Kate.
Whoa.
You're in a bad way, son. Getting yourself all worked up.
Wow, this is completely different dialogue than the last time I played through this.
Were these people here?
Yeah, it was the same people.
My daughter is gone, and you people are in my house. This is all wrong.
You're starting to make a scene.
This doesn't make sense. Not at all. Cheryl!
You are upsetting my wife.
Get the hell out of my house. It's my house.
Yeah, this is going substantially differently than the last time I played this. So it's hard to talk about this game.
Part of the reason I think this game ended up taking this category is because there are some pretty incredible twists.
Yeah.
Oh, they called the pigs.
Whoa, hold up a minute.
Hello.
Sir.
Whoa. Dude.
Okay,
this is crazy. This is completely different than...
There are people in my house.
That's classic Silent Hill hot lady cop.
Yeah, but she looked nothing like this the first time I played through the game.
Oh?
Can I see some
She was real kind of mom-looking, sort of, you know...
I don't think that's a standard issue.
No, definitely not.
Uniform.
She looked completely different. No cleavage.
You know what? This doesn't add up.
More kind of winter attire.
Something more seasonal appropriate.
Yeah,
My
definitely.
daughter is in there somewhere.
For sure.
She's missing.
I'm a police officer, Mr.
So I guess one thing I can say without spoiling too much.
I'm a police officer, or I at least play one at bachelor parties.
The character that you
She's
play...
got a real Reno 911 look to her.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. The character, Harry, that you play, like his identity largely draws from all the stuff that you're doing. The therapy stuff, all the in-game stuff. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff you don't even know that you're affecting when you do it, but he can be a very different person based on the different choices that you
I
make.
used to ride around in my daddy's patrol car, so I know the town, know the people. But your face? I don't know you.
Rearview mirror,
Keep
real
out of
nice.
trouble.
Not tonight.
Well, I guess tonight everything is out of whack. Why are we the only car on the road?
No one's sane out driving tonight. Sorry, I didn't mean to...
It's okay.
I can't help but feel as I'm watching this game that like every single thing has some sort of hidden significance.
And I think that's the beautiful trick about this game. Is that, you know, unless you really start deconstructing it, and it's really cool that there are people out there getting all fack on this game and going all nuts. But you never know.
Right. You're never quite sure, like, is the little snowflake hanging from the rear view mirror, does that mean something?
Like, if you stare at that, will that
change something? Will there be more snow?
Holding up.
That's a pretty good hypothetical illustration of exactly the kind of weird.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, for all I know, that's
I know
possible.
enough about how some of the systems in here work that I can see it applying to everything. Like, why are all the handles and knobs and door locks red? Like, was that something that you did?
He got hit on the head by a
It's very
resisting
possible.
arrest.
Although in this case, I think that's
never the same
that's because I can interact with that stuff.
Oh yeah, hold
Once-
on the window.
Look after yourself,
I can't do it
for your
yet. But.
daughter's sake.
Point taken.
So is she even a cop at all? She's talking
Yes.
about riding around in her daddy's squad car.
She said she's a cop.
20 years ago.
Okay.
She's been a cop for a while.
Right.
Wait
Yeah,
here.
completely different
I'm just
character.
gonna check where we are.
Hey, great idea. Get out of your car
And
in the middle of the snowstorm.
windshield has now snowed over.
When
so
all
now
this
you're
weird,
boned.
crazy,
Roll down
weird
the window, roll
stuff
down
is
the
going
window.
on.
Okay, so that is just.
I think the batteries are not so great in this Wii remote. Having some issues moving it, but you can totally interact with all that stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
Take my word for it.
Gun it.
Get on the radio.
Nothing.
Tune it to KSSH, Silent Hill Zone.
Spooky radio
Classic,
station.
spooky static.
If you want to hear faint whispers of voices and what sounds like a little girl crying,
cigarettes,
tune in.
I thought so. Yeah.
Hidden fire.
I thought playing the first time, I thought this stuff was just kind of meaningless. You know, a bunch of trinkets or whatever. But
Yeah.
even these things, like which ones you pick up, affect things and the significance of them. Like they tie into the story in different ways. Well, I'm locked in.
Unlock it.
Ah, there we go.
Nice flashlight effects.
Yeah, the flashlight never gets old in this game.
It's maybe a little too effective, but it looks nice. I wish I had a flashlight that illuminated things that well.
Yeah.
Oh, something bad is going
Remote
on
getting a
here.
little staticky. Flashlight going out.
Yeah, also terrific use of the Wii speaker.
Yeah, fantastic for
with
sure.
this game.
Oh, so you're constantly getting hit with voicemails and text messages, and like people send you photos on your phone, just real creepy stuff. I don't know what this is going to be, but let's find out.
Mom, it's Jackie. Look, I'm sorry about earlier. Well, at the party. I don't feel good. I don't know anyone. I'm nervous. Can you come get me?
It's just you keep getting these weird voicemails
Yeah.
that you don't have any context for.
And they come in threads, like you'll get several that are kind of telling little pieces of a narrative, and they always get more and more sinister and disturbing and messed up by the end. There's always like somebody about to get murdered or stranded somewhere or just bad business for sure. We're locked in. A lot of good little motion-based puzzles. I don't think this one's going to be too puzzly, but lots of really clever uses of the motion and that stuff.
Now that is
was
key.
That was not a serious puzzle. Open the doors to
That
find
was
the
a
key.
key-ass looking
I thought it was
key.
use key to open doors. It was weird that you had to open doors to get the key.
To open doors.
Keys open doors.
But you need to open doors to get keys. Silent Hill,
Silent
turning
Hill,
everything
yeah.
you know about video games on its head.
Absolutely.
No, it's thick atmosphere in this game.
Yeah, I love how the flashlight, powerful as it may be, doesn't really penetrate beyond like kind of the first layer of trees. You know, you get kind of a trailing off effect there. Don't want to stray off the path.
Now, not to get too far off topic here, I mean, obviously we're talking about this in the context of it being the best Wii game of 2009, but it is scheduled for release on PS2 in January.
Yes.
What?
So without this motion stuff, it doesn't, and the speaker stuff, it seems like this game would be significantly diminished.
The speaker stuff, yeah, I would give you that. Like the motion controls, you could.
Did you ever think you would say that this game is better for the tinny ass Wii speaker? That is why.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you can. It sounds flippant, but yeah, like that is actually one of the reasons this is such a great Wii game because it is actually better on this console.
Like
Lots of
understanding the limitations of the Wii, it seems, is just as important as understanding its strengths to make a good game. And this game seems to get both of those parts of the formula.
And I think visually, like, the animations and stuff, and the models, it looks great.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, they're definitely.
And it's also really pleasing to see, you know, a third-party developed, like, serious, tense, dark Wii game like this.
Totally, like mature in the good way, not in the, yo man, we cut off this guy's head.
Yeah, like the horror is all...
Do anyone's heads get cut off?
No, no. I mean, all the stuff...
that you know of.
It's entirely possible.
You stare at that sign for 3 hours. If you stare at the fish sign for 3 hours, in the next room, there's a guy getting his head cut off. But you have to do... Okay, 3 hours, go.
Once we get done shooting this video, I'm going to go start writing my fake Silent Hill Shattered Memories fac. Fill it with lies.
All right, if you stay in this room and run around in circles for 6 days, you fight Shenlong.
Doing it. Doing it. It's entirely conceivable.
That's the rest of the quiz.
I wonder like how deep the stuff gets. If there is something like that they hid in there, what's like really obscure.
It's entirely possible. I know you can. Apparently, you can call the actual Konami support line number in this game, and like you get a pretty silly message from them.
That's cool. I always like it when they do stuff like that.
So it seems like there's basically 3 parts to Silent Hill Shattered Memories. There's the therapist stuff, which we saw earlier, which is some question and answer, and then some weird interactive Rorschachian type stuff. And then there's the stuff we're seeing here, which is exploring the environment, getting good and creeped out. Don't go over there. Don't go over there.
Here's a good example.
Oh, don't.
It's a sleeping bag, and you... Oh, God. And then you go up to it, and then you see...
the scariest voicemail I've ever received.
And then you see bloodstains start to spread on the sleeping bag.
Oh, man.
Sometimes my arm has been back.
I shouldn't have taken all these drugs.
That's... Yikes. That's totally different than what I got the last time. But equally weird. Yeah, so, like you said, like, this is the sort of middle phase where you're exploring and getting creepy voicemails and stuff, and then you're always running from those things that we saw in the first quick look, which we may or may not get to here, because there's a lot of exploring to do.
I was going to say, it would be good to show that part.
If I can...
Well, I mean, let's talk about that stuff. It's how does that stuff? It's just, you know, you get a little too close to the truth, and then you get chased away, or...
Kinda, yeah, without giving too much away. That stuff does actually sort of tie into the storyline.
Mm-hmm. But then there's the actual chase sequences, which is like just a mechanically interesting and so much different. Because this is a game where there are enemies, but you can never fight them.
Right.
Like your only recourse is to run the hell away.
No, whatever. If you stare at the wall here for 3 months straight, if you just hold it right there, eventually a pistol drops out of the sky. And you get it, and then you can fight everything.
And then you can fight Shenlong.
Yeah.
Did he say anything?
No.
Last time I looked at that, he made some comment about kids and their drugs.
This time he doesn't care.
Yeah. I mean, this is the second time through for me. I've intentionally been playing this guy completely differently in everything, and he is acting different, and the characters are completely different. It's weird how much of a different experience it is.
Something.
Oh, I don't... Where is it? Where is it?
What are you looking for?
It's here somewhere.
Do you even know what you're looking for, or are you just...
No, this is sort of it's almost like a homing device, or, you know, basically...
Head in the direction of the static.
That way?
Yeah.
Nope. I think you're going the right way. Yes, behind the tree, to the right. There you go.
Oh, what's that?
It's a reef? Scariest wreath.
All right, suicide note.
Yes.
Moving on.
Yep. Oh, I don't know if I can... I'm trying to remember where I need to go to initiate the thing that happens. I think it's here. You can annotate your map.
Now, see, by drawing that smiley face, you have totally altered the course of the game.
Entirely possible. All right, I will attempt to initiate the third leg of this vignette, but
yeah, we should try.
I
think it's key to kind of getting the feel of the Silent Hill.
Maybe we'll make concessions to the length of this quick look, but
it's like they just kind of set out to make Psycho Mantis the game.
Kinda. It's real weird, like sort of meta game mechanics and a lot of getting in your head. They totally kind of did something in that vein.
Well, I definitely like this stuff. Like I find this much more compelling than Monsters.
Yeah. Even the monsters that are in this are in service of the greater story, even if it's not apparent at the beginning how that is. God, I wish I could just want to say what it is about this game that is so crazy. But
you ruin everything.
That would totally ruin it for anybody watching this.
They can figure it out.
Oh,
go to that ranger station.
No, that's where I was before. This part was pretty tough the first time because
what's the red circle?
I need to get to the lodge.
Well then,
that was the water tower.
It's right down there.
Yeah, but when you run through the forest at it, I'm just gonna run in a straight line and hope that I get there. Definitely a game to play with like the blinds drawn, you know, like.
No.
It's
I don't want to play this.
Is there a way to lose? Do you die ever? Is it just kind of like traditional adventure game kind of thing?
It's really very adventure game. Like some people.
Well, except for in the chase scenes.
Yeah, but even there, I mean, you can die, quote unquote. I mean, they will take you out and you'll have to start over. But even then, it's like a pretty frequent checkpoint sort of thing.
Okay.
Okay. See, this is the problem I had before. You hit that fence. Wait. Okay.
So
I need to
to
bust.
the left.
Yeah, but there's that.
Follow it to the left.
I guess I'll just keep following the fence.
So you follow that fence to the left.
This is the fence I came out
No,
of.
but the other fence. You're going back to where you came from.
But then if I do that,
he comes on the other side of this building.
Yes.
And he's on the other side of the fence.
Ah.
Oh.
In theory.
Oh, you know what? I think I have to go back through here. Most of the parts are in the town and more straightforward than this.
You're out on the outskirts of Silent Hill.
This is but this is the second.
Hey, where's Lady Cop?
No, she comes and goes.
She just left her car and left you, and
it's lots of just weirdness with people disappearing and reappearing at weird times and then turning into things, and
I don't like that.
It is super creepy. I mean, you know, no knock against the Wii, but you know, let's face it, we have gotten used to games that look, you know, I hate to use the word better, but you know, more detailed than this.
Yeah,
sure.
It's almost like you wouldn't expect that a game of this level of fidelity could even scare you anymore. But the atmosphere that they come up with is totally sufficient to creep you the hell out.
You don't have to render.
There it is.
There you go.
Tons of backgrounds.
Yeah.
Is the whole game pretty dark like this, or interior areas?
There are actually daytime parts to it.
Okay.
The episode after this is totally in the daytime, but still just as weird. I mean, it's weird. Once you figure out the formula, you realize that you're never...
Ah!
Oh, wow. That was not there last time. At all. Not at all. Ugh.
Gross.
All right, then.
Ugh.
That's pretty
Stare
messed
at the
up.
bare guts.
Pretty messed up.
You get a Tanuki suit for Harry.
Yeah. And eventually
Don't
the bear
step on
comes
that
back to
trap.
life. Step on the trap.
Don't step on the trap.
Step on the trap.
I want to see
Don't
what
step on
happens.
the
I'm
trap.
curious.
Step on the trap.
Can't.
Can't step on the trap. Take a picture of the trap.
But yeah, even in that first episode, since I've been playing it very intentionally differently, there were like totally different parts of the town accessible than were available the first time. And other parts were closed off. It's just like it really, really affects like your path through the game.
Right.
I don't care for this lodge.
And some of the
It seems like a really good way to reward multiple playthroughs.
Yeah, totally.
You know, it's not just like, let's come to ending number 2.
Yeah,
It's
Owls.
Like the whole kind of like the core of the narrative is
telephone.
Phone's ringing.
I think it's for you, dude.
It's the cop.
Officer Bennett? What's going on?
I'm looking for you. Where are you?
I'm in some woods.
What made you run off, Harry?
Run off?
Harry.
I need to find my daughter. Christ. I'm not under arrest, am I?
Harry, you're worrying me. Think this through. You need to come with me.
Sorry, I'm heading back to town.
Wait, Harry, don't.
How'd she get your number?
What's the sign say? Silent Hill, 2 miles.
As the crow flies.
Do it.
Screw it. Let's go to Toluca Lake.
Can I go this way?
Kegger. Out of the lake, bro.
Maybe I need to go this way.
Go the other way.
Uh-oh.
Flashlight's flickering.
Oh, no. Uh-oh.
Devil truck.
It's about to be on.
Scary truck. Look at the truck. Look at the truck. Look at the bumper sticker on the truck.
There's a phone number on the back of the truck.
Oh, yeah? Ah!
Call that number.
Shall we?
Yes.
All right. 7243?
7243.
Good driving.
Hi. How am I driving? Please state the incident you wish to report. Offensive behavior. Illegal parking.
What'd she say? I missed the end of that, but it was probably weird.
Item.
Wallet.
Full of blood!
And a key.
And a key.
Way to touch the blood wallet.
Yeah.
Now, when forensics gets here...
Blood jacket.
Let's go inside the house with the blood on it.
I think ill has happened here.
Oh, man.
This is ill-advised. This is
Yeah.
ill-advised.
And...
Yeah.
Is there a
Oh, no.
person down there?
Oh, God.
Is that a ghost?
Oh.
Go approach the ghost. I really like that. I really like bad frame rate on
Yeah,
your
that's
phone.
good.
Oh, God.
That seems bad.
Yeah, that's not good.
Ice. There's now ice everywhere.
So this is basically the third part of each sort of little vignette or episode.
So everything gets covered in ice.
Yeah.
Well, don't go that way.
Guess you can't go that way.
Let's go back out here where there's monsters.
Oh, God.
There's gonna be monsters.
Oh, no.
You got a new waypoint.
Yeah, let's go find that.
Is it to the right there? No, you can't go that way. Go where the ice tells you.
This is about the point where playing by myself in the dark got pretty unpleasant. There is a weird sort of visceral terror
Why
to
is the door blue?
that kind of quickly. Oh, okay, this is the second part of the game, so you're still kind of figuring everything out. But it's like a quick visual cue for where you can go because you really don't have time to stop in these parts.
Now we are into the chase.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Run away from that guy.
Trying.
Oh, there's another guy coming
Oh,
at
God.
you. Jump across the thing.
Oh.
Run, goddammit. That ledge, go. Stop looking back.
Don't stop for nothing.
Oh, God.
Get to the red thing.
Flare.
It's another monster.
Oh, God. I'm out.
Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes. Keep going. Oh, you passed that thing you could have used to your advantage.
Oh, God.
Now we're all dead.
Just keep going.
Stop looking back. This music's the worst.
I know. This is so creepy.
Climb down.
Jump.
Door, door, door.
Oh,
Door,
God.
door, door.
This is
Don't
where
go
you.
back.
This is where you came from.
Oh, God.
That door. Yes.
Oh, God, I don't know where to go.
There you go. Jump.
I sincerely hope this is the right way.
It's got to be.
Ah!
Hey, what's up, guys?
Oh, God.
Duck down, I guess.
Oh, man.
I can't tell.
That's the worst part about these things is that the deeper in the game you go, the
You're
less...
back in here. You're back in the room with the wheel. This is where you were.
The less straightforward they are.
You go back the way you came.
Oh, God. You end up going in circles a lot. Like, they intentionally really mess with you in these parts. You really don't know. And you don't have time. It's not like you can look at your map.
Door,
you know?
door.
You gotta haul your ass or you're dead.
So like your phone stuff is in real time?
Yeah. They will totally keep coming at you while you're, oh, here we go.
Knock a thing over.
Go up.
Ah!
Oh. Oh, I hope this is the right way. Oh my god.
Oh. I think you might have jumped over that the other way before.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh!
Oh!
Get off! They are many.
They cannot be killed.
Oh man.
Is this... Tell me that's not where I came from.
I don't know.
I hope that's where I want to go. I think it is.
Oh, there's an item right there.
Yeah, oh, that was just a hiding place.
Oh.
Oh god. Alright, it might be safe enough to check the map.
The music has calmed down some.
The blue line shows where all you've been.
Oh,
okay,
so since the chase has started?
So I was down there, yeah. Okay, so I think I'm actually going the right way here. Yep, that's where I need to go. And if you play these parts effectively enough, you do kind of lose you throw off your trail long enough to...
No.
Which is good, because later on they start making you, like, solve some puzzles while you're... Oh, wait a minute. Alright, I'm gonna call it.
This is totally where you came from.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh. Yeah, it gets worse. Like, these things get super confusing and scary and frantic later on. This is a little lull right here,
That's
but
awesome.
because they start blocking off doors that you used the first time. You know, they really throw a bunch of roadblocks up and confuse your path. But,
I don't want to look at this anymore.
yeah, it's really freaky, and the way that it unfolds the storyline over the course of the game is really what makes it. And that's really what we can't talk about.
Get killed by this monster.
You want me to just let these things pile up on me? You can see how awful that is. Oh, yeah. I can find a bunch of them. Oh, these things even look different than they did last time. Oh God. No. No.
So no, just like straight up pyramid head.
There is a pyramid-y kind of looking thing, or there was the first time I played through it, but these look...
Oh, you got the limp.
Oh,
you got the survival horror limp.
Oh God. No. Oh. No. No.
I'm gonna hump you to death.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, this is no good. Oh.
So there you go.
Start rubbing you.
Silent Hill Shattered Memories.
No good.
Walking nightmare for the Wii.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, there is so much weird, unique stuff going on in this game, and the way it comes together at the end is just, yeah,
Very cool.
It's something you should see.
Very cool.
Awesome. All right, guys, here it is, the best Xbox 360 game of 2009.
But wait a minute, I don't see any case lying around here anywhere. I don't see a game. I don't hear a game disc spinning in that Xbox.
That's right. That's because this game's totally installed to the hard drive, and there's no other way to play it.
Bum, bum, bum.
This is Shadow Complex, an Xbox Live Arcade release. Dude, this game is awesome.
It is. Like, part of me still can't believe we're saying that the best Xbox game of the year is a $15 downloadable game.
Yeah, well, you know, I think that
But it is.
I think that speaks more to the quality of this game than it does to the quality of the year that the Xbox 360 had.
Sure.
But yeah, it speaks to both. But this game is awesome because it does things in a really classic way. You know, it definitely recalls a lot of the old stuff, but it doesn't really lean on that stuff that hard. I think this game feels really modern. I mean, the stuff they did with the right stick for aiming, you know, it's like, it looks great.
Yeah, and I think like when I first saw it and there was like that weird, you could shoot into the screen kind of stuff and the weird depth stuff, I was kind of like, oh, I don't know about all that. But it works. It totally works.
It definitely works.
I just realized...
Take some of that later.
Definitely works.
I just realized if you went back to where you just were, you can see the evil helicopter off in the distance, like very small. Never noticed that before.
Also, one of the greatest things about this game is the leveling up, the constant.
Oh yeah.
Constant punching.
Just like
dudes.
stuff that you're just pretty constantly getting.
Like experience, like you level up, 4 or 5 levels within the first 20 minutes of this game, and then you can see what level your friends are at and how many times they have punched
Right.
dudes.
Yeah. See, there's popping up now. It's popping up the number of melee kills that I've gotten.
That's right. 33 more.
Number of headshots. So yeah, I mean, to get to a point, this is not the best gun in the game, but it's the best gun that can do headshots. So, like, now that I can start a new game and get any gun, I always go for this one because then I can just wipe dudes out. And
it feeds the Jeff in Jeff.
Right. So it should be mentioned that this is you have all the gear in it, or most of the gear, right? Pretty much all of it, all the major gear.
Yeah, I have infinite stuff.
You're able to access pretty much any area of this map at this point.
Right, and the end of the game is basically ready to go when you are. So we're just going to deliberately not walk over to that area, kind of
trigger the end of the game.
Kill that dude with missiles because
that was unnecessary.
Got plenty.
That guy traveled far away.
Let's go foam some guys.
It's really interesting to see them bring all the kind of whiz-bang tricks of the Unreal Engine to bear in a side-scroller.
Yeah.
All the physics and different lighting and stuff like that.
I don't want to go that way.
It's all crawling around.
This game was a complete surprise to me. Like, I saw all the trailers that were happening around E3 and stuff and thought it looked cool, but almost a little gimmicky.
Right.
But then when you got and played it and you got the flow,
yeah,
where the actual shooting worked and you could aim correctly, totally loved it.
Well, and another awesome thing is like seeing you run through this part, knowing that this is the very beginning of the game where you possibly only minutes before, you could have been walking through here with just a handgun, and now you are running down electrified rails because you don't give a damn.
I'm gonna catch you.
That's right. You got to beat me for punches. I punched a lot of dudes.
I can go underwater all I want now with that gear.
I can do some marathon gaming sessions, but this one definitely, for me...
It really turned into a joke. The first weekend that this was out, I was sitting there doing stuff with my Xbox, watching videos, playing games off and on. Like, all that weekend, without fail, you were online playing this game.
Yeah, I played a lot of this.
Yeah, I know. Like it was like the week before it came out. Like all I did was totally obsess over this too. Getting to the point, it's like I don't normally get into the speed run or any of that other stuff when it comes to games like this.
Didn't you write a guide for it too?
I did not write
Vinny
a guide
did.
for it. Yeah,
I took pictures
That's
of my
right.
iPhone.
Vinny did
Wow,
Vinny's
that's
guide.
when you know that it's a somewhat obsessive game, is when we actually put up a guide.
Because I had cleared off most of the map except I was missing like a missile pack.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I finally found the missile pack, and I think I something else.
Oh.
Yeah, this part.
Pressure's on now.
Oh yeah, this is a lot.
Rocket.
Oh.
We're not.
I'm not. I'm just gonna try and get to the other side. I'm not trying to get the missile pack that's in this part.
So yeah, one of the weird things about this game that was really more challenging than it sounds was beating the game with as few not getting the items
right
to beat the game.
Oh
Man, you've got this health pack.
Oh man,
which turned out to be really hard because you sometimes in a game like this you need items to progress. So finding out how to access certain areas without
those items, yeah.
What was the key? It was the foam, basically, like building giant foam bridges?
Well, no, I think one of the big keys was this part that's timed, right? Like an area closes off really early in the game or something? Like some door piston shuts? I don't know, dude. It was crazy. I wound up using the foam gun to make bridges to places that you should never have made a bridge
So
to.
you cheated.
Yeah.
Hey, you need the foam gun.
You give me an infinite
give you a
foam gun,
means to get infinite foam.
It was not easy building structures out of foam. You guys are not happy.
You are laying waste.
I think one of the other things I really liked about this game was like it's kind of G.I. Joe-esque.
Yeah.
Bad guys.
Even down to like the face plates on the
You could totally tell me those guys were Vipers, and I would believe you.
Yeah.
And the ridiculous bad guy. Like, I don't even know what was happening, but like, yeah.
Orson Scott Card was happening. That's what was happening, Benny.
Oh, fire. Oh, more fire.
Oh, you just don't even care.
Hit it with a missile.
Yeah, just moving around in this game is really fun. You get that hook. You just get so many different ways to do stuff.
You get to kick robots.
You get to kick a lot of robots.
I love the punch of a headshot.
Yeah, those guys just go down.
Like the weight with which they go down is,
That's good. Also, no one north.
Also, no one north.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, if things had gone a slightly different way, it's like you could almost see this game being like, Uncharted Gaiden.
Yeah. Or it's like, this is what happened between 1 and 2.
Right.
Nathan
Drake totally stopped
whatever
rogue
I don't
invasion
know
of the U.S.
Whatever happened in this story, I don't know. Cobra Commander had some crazy idea to build an airship in a lake or something.
It's a pretty good idea. Who's looking in lakes, really?
Is there an actual setting? Do we know where this
Pacific
is?
Northwest.
Ah.
Let's say somewhere near Portland. Maybe.
Oh. Through the door. Yeah, very much the odd everyman who they reveal a little bit later on may have had some military training from his dad.
Make him screen.
Oh, this had the tricky part with the boosting boots.
Yeah. That I made a lot trickier on myself when I went to go do it.
Yeah.
I later found that there was a much easier way to deal with the section.
I like the surprise that everybody has when you...
Like, what are you... Oh, there!
What? Oh!
That guy!
Billy!
Boss fight in this room originally, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy, I think that we probably all played so much to know where like the little doors are and like hatches in a room.
Yeah, definitely something that I played incredibly obsessively, and actually just sitting here playing it. Even though I'm not really going anywhere, I'm just running around. It's like, we need some video of this game. Not really gonna go finish the game. I'm just gonna.
But you could
jack that guy.
I'd like to see more of this kind of competitive leaderboard stuff with.
Yeah,
definitely.
Like you get the achievement, which was great because they gave you the nice little progress on the achievement. But then it was like, you got the achievement, but your friend has twice as many as you.
Of course, Carnage is the guy with 1 billion headshots.
Yeah.
Of course, Vinny is the guy with the.
Yeah.
Only need 96 more of those.
Now I've got to go back in and put a little more distance in my room.
Did you guys do much with the what were their
the
challenge room type stuff?
Proving grounds.
Yeah.
Those were crazy. The last one
rough.
of those was
that one was
intense.
a tough one.
Yeah.
I really liked the mechs in this game.
Yeah, like the Ed 209
Yeah,
looking.
they were my favorite. Like they didn't go with the pretty generic looking mechs. They had their own sort of like spidery kind of fun mechs.
Right.
Oh, look at that helicopter.
I just like later on being able to take out the mech in like a half second.
Yeah.
It's like, man, you used to be hard.
Oh, I remember this part.
I do.
Did you guys immediately keep playing the game once you beat it?
Yeah, I was like, finish it,
Yeah.
and then hit start, and then...
Yeah.
I think I actually reloaded my save and went back and got the 100% items, is what I did the first time I finished it. But then after doing that, then I just started again to reach I wanted to reach the maximum level.
Yeah.
So I did.
How many playthroughs does that take?
I think it took me about 3 full ones.
Wow.
Maybe. You know, like walking around getting everything.
It was a while that I was like, you know, I was kind of playing some on hard because you get more experience that way, and I kind of playing it different ways. All right, I don't know how much more we need to show.
You could just keep
I like watching
this
you
part when these guys got up and you had to fight those dudes.
You've got great flow in your style. You definitely do a lot more than I never used the grenades at all.
It was definitely something where once you get infinite grenades, you're like, this is how it's going to be from here on out.
I better use these with this foam gun.
Yeah, like foaming guys and then sticking grenades into the foam.
I like shooting a grenade in that little tunnel.
Yeah, I love the grenade pipes.
Very convenient.
So if you've got an Xbox 360, you should probably check this out. Is this what, $15?
Yeah. They had a sale going on. I don't know if it's still happening as of this airing, but
I believe it is over.
Yeah, it'll probably be over by the time you hear this. But $15, yeah, at any price. This is the best Xbox 360 game of 2009.